302 Sports, folks. I'm Benny Mitchell. With me tonight, Sean Brennan, and we are here for the Henlopen Conference Friday night game of the week, featuring the Washington Jaguars out of Princess Anne, Maryland, versus the Laurel Bulldogs, here your Henlopen Conference Southern Division team. And Sean, we have a pretty interesting game here tonight, a Bayside versus Henlopen, and we're going to see a pretty interesting offense out of this Washington team. And here we are.
.5. So he had a really, really good day. He's got 318 yards passing on the year with 4 touchdowns and only 2 picks. I really like Eric Ballard, and again, I'm interested to see him throw the football tonight because last 2 weeks he's been lighting it up.
And the other player, number 1, Keontae Nutter, he's going to be one of the top targets along with Nathaniel Lowe in the passing game. Both are juniors, third-year varsity starters. And Coach should also look out for Javon Smith to be involved in the passing game. But Keontae Nutter, tall, lanky kid, good hands, basketball player.
288 all-purpose yards this season. He's averaging 96 all-purpose yards per game. He's got 10 catches for 175 yards. I really look for Keontae Nutter to do well. A person that I think tonight could step up that we didn't mention on that dream team is Deshaun Whaley, a senior. He's got 22 carries for 104 yards.
He's out for the game.
He is out.
For the game.
He is a scratch, folks.
So
I'm sorry.
He said look for Maurice Burgess to come in and carry some of that load, to step in and carry some of that load. And he's really interested to see how that kid plays.
And then Jameer Wolford, another freshman, he has 71 all-purpose yards, 15 receiving, 14 rushing, 42 kick return yards, and he's been playing the last 2 weeks. So he's really stepped into some roles there.
And let's talk about the Laurel Bulldogs. Their players to watch tonight. Number 9, Jameer Townsend. He was what they needed last week in a big win over St. Elizabeth. Talk a little bit about Jameer Townsend, the running back for the Laurel Bulldogs.
120 yards rushing on the year. He had 112 yards on 6 carries last week versus St. E's. On the road in Baynard Stadium, tough place to play. Jameer really stepped up. He had a 74-yarder last week.
And a lot of times we talk about linemen. But Laurel's got a big two-way lineman here, number 53, Andrew Risper.
Senior captain.
Right, exactly.
Yep.
Came out to practice the other day and was talking to the coaches, but other than Townsend, who do you want me to highlight here? They're a pretty young team. They grabbed him by the shoulder pads and said, "This young man right here."
Yeah, he provides the team a lot of leadership. He understands the game. He's physical. He has 13 tackles with 1 sack this year. The thing that impressed me, he's got 5.
Welcome to the Purple Parrot Pigskin Picks, week number 3. Last week's record, 9-4 again, 18-8 on the season. Worst pick, again, involves Laurel. Pick them to win week 1, they lose. Pick them to lose week 2, they win. This time they beat St. Elizabeth's. Best pick last week is taking Caesar Rodney, the 1-0 win. They beat St. George's 30-29, so big pick there, picking the Riders after kind of hemming and hawing a little bit, and they get the job done. They're 2-0. The Purple Parrot brings you these picks. Purple Parrot 154 Rehoboth Avenue. In Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Second block, Rehoboth Avenue, on your right as you're going towards the boardwalk. So let's start right off with the out-of-state opponents for this week. Northeast out of Anne Arundel County, Maryland's coming to the beach to play Cape and Lopin. 7 o'clock kickoff Friday night. Cape and Lopin ran into a buzzsaw last week with Suitland out of Prince George's County. This week they may see a similar type team out of Anne Arundel County. The Vikings need to get their ship on course as they open Henlopen North play next week with Smyrna. I look for Cape to be better this week, but I'm taking Northeast 35-21.
Yeah, Cape needs to get something out of this week. They got to start conference play next week with Smyrna, so anything positive they can get out of this to get going for next week.
Another out-of-state opponent is Irvington. The Blue Knights coming out of New Jersey to take on the defending state champ Smyrna. And talking to the defending state champs, ranked number 3 in the state, but they're 0-2. Kickoff at 7:30. The defending state champs have a tough non-conference schedule, maybe the toughest in the state. This week, the Blue Knights out of Irvington, New Jersey, come to town, and Smyrna's 0-2, ranked number 3. They will see another athletic team as they did last week in Franklin. It's going to be interesting to see how a potential 0-3 Smyrna team responds when conference play begins next week. Irvington 42, Smyrna 32.
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for Smyrna putting that tough schedule to start the season. I think it's only going to make them better. But I think they get the job done this week. I think they got a chip on their shoulder now, and they're ready to start winning again.
Some upstate, downstate opponents. We're going to start off with a 4 o'clock kickoff. The Seaford Blue Jays, they get off to a 1-0 start for the first time in several years. Now they go 2-0. They're going to shut out St. Andrews. Seaford 35, St. Andrews 0.
Yeah, congrats to Coach Chenner getting that dub opening season opener last week.
And another coach on that staff, we'll give a shout-out to Anthony Andrews, one of our Hammer coaches. He's an assistant there at Seaford. 7:30 kickoff. This week we'll get a better look at Delmar as an opponent we are more familiar with, in St. Elizabeth's coming to town. Look for the Wildcats not to be a friendly host as the Vikings prepare for their conference opener next week with Indian River. Delmar 42, St. Elizabeth 14.
Even with last week's loss, Delmar looks like to be a force in the Henlopen South.
7 o'clock kickoff. The Dover Senators can't catch a break. 2 weeks in a row they've had to play without their starting quarterback. and they go into a game to watch their opponent pull away in the second half in back-to-back weeks. This week, one of the perennial top teams in the Blue Hen Flight A pays a visit to Dover, taking Concord 28, Dover 14.
Yeah, Dover, they have another tough start to the season, so I think they're looking forward to conference play here soon.
7 o'clock kickoff. Last week, Lake Forest Spartans bounced back from their season opening loss to Wilmington Friends, the number 2 Division II team in the state. But I said in week 1, I thought AI, DuPont move to Division II gives them some renewed energy, some spirit for the Tigers. They may even be the team to beat in the Blue Hen Flight B. AI DuPont 35, Lake Forest 21.
Yeah, I think that drop to Division II for AI is the spark they needed because their offense has been rolling lately. I agree. I think AI is going to win.
Another 7 o'clock kickoff. Indian River is a hard team to figure out. They go up and surprise Glasgow week 1. Then last week they fall 39-21 to Polytech. And much is the same with St. Mark's win over Newark, then thrashed by Caraval last weekend. This game is up in Pike Creek. I think Indian River walks into an angry Spartan team looking to get back on track. St. Mark's 24, Indian River 21.
Yeah, the Indians are a young team. They're going to make young team mistakes, so I think this is a tough week for them. 7 o'clock kickoff. Is this a trap game for Sussex Central when perennial Division II power comes to town? Caraval was an impressive win over St. Mark's last week. The Golden Knights rolled over Hodgson, making a lot of mistakes along the way. And then last week, they're more impressive in their win over Queen Anne's. Caraval has nothing to lose in this game, and that's dangerous for the Golden Knights. I like Golden Knights defending the castle, and as their offense continues to gel, the defense will pick up. Sussex Central 21, Caraval 20. Yeah, this is an interesting game. Like you said, it could probably be a trap for Sussex Central, but, you know, they are their home turf. They're at the castle, as you said, and I think they're going to grind out another win.
All right, Trey, can I tap out on a game? Do I get a tap out game here, like a mulligan? Or?
No.
Okay. Maybe the toughest game on the schedule this week to pick. Milford has been in 2 tight games this season, both coming down to the final score of the game in the final minute. So the Bucks aren't going to blink. Polytech put the ball in the hands of a half a dozen different skill players in each game so far this season. So the Panthers have depth, and they have a huge line. I just see Milford wearing them down late, but I'm going to take Polytech in my upset special, 14, Milford 10.
Well, yeah, it's funny that Polytech doesn't get the rivalry that Sussex Tech does with these schools, even though they're a tech school just as well. But I think Milford, with that running back they got, they're going to get the job done.
Saturday kickoff, noon. Sussex Tech gets upset in week 1 and then loses to Ladies Animal week 2. That's the formula. That's the formula how you start your season 0-2. But the Ravens, I think they have the right opponent at the right time. I don't like the actually it's a 10:30 kickoff. I don't like the 10:30 start for Tech, but I think they get through it and they leave Wilmington with a close win over the Green Knights. Sussex Tech 21, Mount Pleasant 14.
Yeah, I think Sussex Tech gets it going in this game. I think they leave this game with their first win of the season.
And we have 2 game of the weeks this week. Our Friday night game of the week with a 7:30 kickoff. 2 small towns get together for an old-fashioned high school football game. The Washington Jaguars will bring their air show to Laurel with their fun and gun offense. The Bulldogs will have to bring the pressure and slow it down, as well as run their wing T offense to keep that Washington offense off the field. All right, Bulldogs, I've picked you to win, and I've picked you to lose this year. And I'm 0-2 in Laurel games. Listen to me. Laurel 28, Washington 14.
Yeah, these are 2 different styles going into this game. But Laurel has that small town feel, that small stadium. You feel like you're right there. So I think they need to come ready to play, and their fans need to come ready to cheer them on. I think Laurel gets it done. And
on Saturday, noon kickoff, we will have the statewide 302 Sports Spotlight Game of the Week, rematch of the Division II State Championship. Again, noon kickoff, state title rematch. We've already had the Division I rematch with last year's runner-up, getting the revenge. Both these teams have picked up where they left off last year. Both teams have lost key components to what got them to the state finals last year. The Blue Raiders are on a 15-game win streak, and Coach Manlove, he won't dwell on that, as he knows those last 3 games of the seasons are the ones that are most important. The Quakers will be business as usual and put last year behind them. Look for another great Woodbridge versus Wilmington Friends football game. It'll be a classic in Wilmington, but I'm taking Woodbridge on the road, 21, Wilmington Friends Quakers 14.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this game because both teams are, like you said, picked up where they left off. But I think that Woodbridge has that Hoosiers-like atmosphere with that town. That town supports them. Every person in that town supports them. And I bet they get a good crowd coming up to Wilmington. I think they get the job done.
Friday night kickoff, we'll have Washington Jaguars and the Laurel Bulldogs, and then turn around Saturday, 2 o'clock kickoff. We're going to have the Woodbridge Blue Raiders traveling up to play the Wilmington Friends Quakers, all on 302 Sports. Again, these picks brought to you by the Purple Parrot Pigskin Picks, Purple Parrot, 154 Rehoboth Avenue, and it's on your right in the second block, Rehoboth Avenue, just before 1st Street, headed to the beach. Folks, looking forward to this weekend's games. Hope you can join us, and stick with us, 302 Sports, and we'll bring the action.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodel Concepts.
And I'm
Welcome
Danae
to the
from Matt's
Purple
Fish
Parrot.
Camp.
Come check us out.
Matt's Fish Camp is the small local fish joint with 2 locations on Coastal Highway in North Bethany Beach and Lewis, where we serve up traditional coastal fare and a casual atmosphere with house specialties like colossal crab cakes, lobster rolls, and fried Ipswich clams, along with crowd pleasers like fish and chips, fried shrimp, and a daily selection of fresh caught fish. Matt's Fish Camp, serving up lunch and dinner 7 days a week, all year.
Locations in Bethany Beach and Lewis, Delaware. See you soon.
These 2 teams. Let's start with the Washington Jaguars.
Well, for Washington, they must stop Mike Handy. He's had 162 yards rushing on the year. But here's the big thing, though, Benny. Not only must they stop Mike Handy, they better not sleep on Townsend Easer, who we talked about as one of our players to watch in the game. Second thing Washington's got to do, force Laurel into obvious passing downs. They've thrown the ball 1 time last week against St. E's. They do not want to have to throw the football. And then Washington must score touchdowns. With a defense that's given up 134 points this season, it's imperative for Washington to score touchdowns when they have the ball. For Laurel, bring the pressure to disrupt Eric Ballard's passing game, which we talked a little bit about in the earlier segments. He's averaging almost 17 yards per attempt the last 2 weeks. And like I said, he is throwing it around the yard a little bit more. By taking away that passing game, it makes him more one-dimensional and easier to stop. Laurel must win the turnover battle. Washington has had 6 turnovers so far this season, and that Laurel defense has created 9 in 2 games. And then Laurel must run the football, be who they are, know who you are, and excel at who you are, and that is running the football. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your X's and O's by the Gator for this week's 3 plays of the game.
And keep in mind the players we've highlighted. Keep in mind the keys to the game and the X's and O's that Sean has pointed out. And at the end of the game tonight, we'll have the Louis Pizza Player of the Game. And we'll bring that at the end of the game feature. That player will have his picture all over social media.
Oh, yeah.
All over social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And as we wait for the Bulldogs to come out, Washington already set on the other side of the field. And you'll hear the announcer when they come out, Sean, with a "Here come the Dogs."
Yep. It's almost like here come the Gators.
That's right. So, it's our first time back to Laurel since you did 2 games last year. You were here for the Friday night, of course.
Yep.
And then I got to come back for the homecoming special when they brought in the 1986 state champions.
Yeah, they dedicated that team, right?
Great facility. And here come the Bulldogs. So with the Bulldogs on the field, let's get to the Green Blade. Irrigation Turf report. Folks, we're playing on Bermuda grass down here in Laurel tonight in Schallenberger Stadium or field. Sean, talk a little bit about tonight's weather conditions.
The weather conditions, Benny. 74 degrees outside tonight with only a 2-mile-an-hour wind, so the wind shouldn't play a factor tonight. It feels like 74 with 68% humidity. The pressure is holding steady at 30 right now, so it's a perfect night for football here in the little town of Laurel, Delaware. Visibility 10 miles.
And throughout the game tonight, folks, we'll have the Barkley Heating Air out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Barkley Heating Air, and we'll keep you up to date with all the other Henlopen Conference scores for tonight. Folks, we'll be right back with a commercial and the coin toss, and we'll get ready with some more. Henlopen Conference Friday night, game of the week, the Washington Jaguars out of Princess Anne, Maryland, and the Laurel Bulldogs. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodel Concepts. Today I'm at Northeast Seafood Kitchen in Ocean View, Delaware, and Chef Alex is going to cook up his apple crisp. It's going to be awesome. Come check it out. Northeast Seafood Kitchen in Ocean View, Delaware, open 7 days a week. Chef Alex has got you covered. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodel Concepts.
And that's your national anthem performed by the Laurel High School Marching Band. And, Sean, we see the flags. There is no wind here tonight.
No.
It's
It said 2 mile an hour, but
still that 2 mile an hour must be outside in the suburbs of Laurel.
it must be. But, you know, I mean, we are surrounded by trees in the neighborhood, and it may keep that 2 mile an hour gusts away.
Right, absolutely. So here we go. We're ready for some high school football Friday night. Henlopen Conference game of the week. Remember, tomorrow, folks, 2 o'clock, 1:30 Press Box Show. I will be in Wilmington for the rematch of the Division II State Championship between the Woodbridge Blue Raiders and the Wilmington Friend Quakers. 2 o'clock kickoff in Wilmington. We'll have it right here. The 302 Sports Spotlight game of the week. But here we are tonight, ready to go to Laurel. Laurel in all red. They'll be receiving. They won the toss and took the ball. Washington in all white will be kicking off. And that's on the kick. Looks like number 67, who we do not have a name for. And that's number 2 on the return, Mike James.
He's gone.
He's taking it to the house.
He's gone.
That's going to be about a 70-yard kick return for Mike James. Touchdown, Laurel Bulldogs.
Well, you know, Benny, we've watched past couple weeks special teams kicking the ball into zones, one of those zones being out of bounds. That might be an adjustment Washington makes on their next opportunity to kick the ball off. I'm sure all week they've practiced not kicking it to that kid, too. And
absolutely.
That's usually how it works out.
Right.
Don't kick it to him, and then you kick it to him.
Don't kick it to that guy. So on for the hold is number 4, King Ivy, and the kicker don't quite have.
Is that Jacob Sprague, number 17, the kicker for the Laurel Bulldogs, senior, 5'8".
So Laurel's up 7-0.
That's a great way to start if you're the Laurel Bulldogs. You're at home.
Good. The scoreboard hasn't changed yet. Well, maybe not. Quickly into this game, 13 seconds into the game. And the Bulldogs strike. They go up 6-0.
Well, if you're Washington, now you get your chance.
Right. Folks, I'm going to get our scoreboard up and running here in a few minutes.
There's your zone kick down to the 5.
This looks like number 3, Smith on the carry, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jaguars at their own 25-yard line.
So what's this offense we're going to see tonight, Benny?
They call the formation a A11.
A11 formation. Old Gator here going to learn new offense tonight, I guess.
He is.
All right. I love it.
So 6-0 Laurel Bulldogs.
3 down linemen.
Yeah,
Center and a
this
guard.
Is gonna be
2 guards.
Crazy offense to watch here, folks.
I guess that's toss sweep. Interesting.
Maybe a gain of 2 on the play. Second and 8 for the Jaguars.
Looked like he wanted to throw it there. It was tossed to the right. He's got a first down, Benny.
That's going to be a first down for.
That little fake of the throw
Right.
really opened up the running lane for him.
Yeah, when you're putting the ball into, they're 5-6 guys are going to see this ball tonight. So it's going to be an interesting offense to see how, quite frankly, Laurel's able to deal with this.
That's a first down, moving the chains.
So 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. They're going to be at their own 40. And as Ballard takes a snap, wrapped up right away. Number 35, Quadar Whitney. And it's another thing, when you're spreading his lineman out, when that blitz comes, you
Yeah.
have to make a quick decision.
Yeah, that was a give all the way, but he can't see the backside with the way that his shoulders were turned. And only having three linemen, if you're Laurel, you can always bring one more extra off that short edge,
Well, if you can get there that quick like he just did.
A little counter play.
And that's I'm going to have a flag on the play, so
Yep.
that's probably going to be a clip or a hold.
Tackled by Kevin Williams, senior, 6 foot, 170.
So we'll see what the penalty is here. It's going to be a hold, so that's going to go back 10. That's going to bring up a 1st and 20.
I like that little play, though, faking the sweep one way and giving it on the counter the other. Normally you would watch somebody trap or something on there. It looked like they tried to zone that up. Interesting offense.
Yes, it is. It's going to be a fun thing to watch here tonight.
It's a challenge to tell you folks what they're doing because I don't know what they're doing.
That's going to bring up a 1st and 20. Ballard takes a snap, looking down over the middle of the
Got
field.
him.
Got a man wide open.
Oh.
Broken up by number 9, Jameer Townsend. One of our dream scouting.
Yeah. He had an
Network's
opportunity.
players.
He jumped just keep running under the ball. It's a shame the Washington receiver was wide open on a post route. Quarterback's just got to get that up and over because the safety, Townsend, was beat. So if Ballard can get that a little air under it, let his receiver run under it, that could have been 6.
Laurel leads 6-0 here. Going to bring up a 3rd and about 22. Ballard takes a snap, quick drop. Looks like he's trying to set the screen, but then throws down the field. And incomplete, intended for number 21, Jamar Wolford, another freshman.
Yeah, he was feeling a whole lot of pressure that time. Number 35, Quadri Whitney, again bringing the pressure off the edge. That time Ballard did a good job of just throwing it in an open area where only his guy could get it or nobody else, not trying to force a ball into coverage. We saw that a few weeks ago where on 4th down somebody was trying to force one into coverage. So it's a good job there. Gives you a chance to live to see another day.
Okay, so I think I got the scoreboard up and running, so we're ready to rock and roll here. 6-0, Laurel Bulldogs. And Jaguars on the punt. High, floating punt, taken at about the, missed at about the 35. Just going to take a Jaguar bounce. Picked up by number 6, Kayvon Williams, and he's tackled at about the 25-yard line. We'll get a number on that player for you. Number 52, I believe that is. And I don't have a 52.
No.
So 1st and 10 for the Laurel Bulldogs. They lead 6-0. They took the opening kickoff back for a touchdown. They missed the extra point. They now lead 6-0.
Now this offense has got a plethora of running backs they've been using the past couple weeks to run the football. Townsend, Handy, Zion St. Jean, 107 yards on the year. And he had a big 47-yarder against Brandywine.
And there's a handoff to number 27.
That's Ramir DeShields.
And
he has speed,
race.
folks.
He does. He's going to be tackled by number 30. And again, I do not have a number.
Benny DeShields had 9 carries for 52 yards last week on the road at St. E's. He leads the team with 2 touchdowns on the year. He almost got his 3rd.
That's right. Check that's number 10, Laquan Turner. Folks, I have to apologize. Washington folks have to apologize. Some of the numbers are not matching up with the roster we were provided. So we'll do our best to get your kids' names out there when they do something good. Give them some credit. 1st and 10 for the Laurel Bulldogs. Under center tonight is the sophomore, number 4, Dalton Purdue. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And it's going to be a fake to the fullback, and it's going to be number 9,
Jameer Townsend. Tripped up.
He's going to get tripped up in the backfield. That's going to bring up a 2nd down.
Good pressure that time, getting 1 yard deep and not overrunning the play. Good form tackle. Tough to see a number with those yellow color schemes on the white jerseys tonight.
Not the worst we've seen.
No, but it's difficult.
2nd and 12 for the Bulldogs at their own 32-yard, or at the Washington 32-yard line. Motion coming our way. And it's going to be a fake to the fullback.
Wow.
He's looking for a man down the right side.
He had him.
And tipped by number 23, Nathaniel Lowe, and then in and out of the hands of number 2, Brandon Falk.
He had him. Another throw where you get just a little bit more air. Dalton Purdue, we mentioned at quarterback here. He's got a QBR of 89.6.
Wow. 3rd and 12 for the Bulldogs. Going to be a handoff to number 6, Kayvon Williams, and he's going to go down inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. And it's going to bring up a 1st down for the Bulldogs.
Boy, that hole opened up huge. He was gone. Impressed so far with this Laurel offensive line, really taking control of the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 11-yard line of the Jaguars. And it's going to be interesting to see, especially as big as Laurel is, how long it takes for them to wear down Washington with only, 20 players on the
and a lot of young players as well.
And there's a fake. It's going to be a sweep here to 9.
Oh, big block.
Jameer Townsend. He cuts it back inside. Tripped up by number 21, Jamar Wolford. touchdown saving tackle there, Sean. That was an ankle pick cutting back inside the 5.
Yeah.
And it's going to take it down right about the 5-yard line. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 3.
Wolfer was one of those freshmen I said to watch out for.
Laurel big at the tackles, small at the guard and center, looks like, Sean.
Their guards like to pull and trap a lot, get out on sweep, guard trap with the fullback. So they like those athletic kids.
Motion coming to the near side. It's going to be a handoff to number 27, the fullback, Ramir to Shields. And he's in for a touchdown. And Laurel scores again. They're up 12-0.
They made that look easy.
Yes, they did. Nice drive going down the field.
One of the things that impressed me about that drive, no penalties.
Absolutely.
They've had a lot of penalties in the past.
On the kick is number 17, Jacob Sprague. He missed the first one. They're up 13-0. Well, I guess they're late just getting that point up there, Sean.
Washington had an opportunity to block that.
14, yes, they did. 14-0, folks. We're going to go to commercial, and we're going to be right back with the Laurel Bulldogs leading 14-0 in the first quarter.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat wherever you like.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
Here we go, folks. On to kickoff are the Laurel Bulldogs. They lead 14-0.
After losing at home in week 1, they've really come out today and established Bulldog pride here at home, huh? 14-0. 6:34 left.
6:34 to go. Deep kick. And that's taken by, so we get numbers. He runs in the crowd. Razor get a chance to look at his jersey number.
Nice return to
Takes it back
midfield.
to the 35. And that is number 3.
3.
Javon Smith.
Real nice return there, starting on the 35.
6:24 to play here.
You have to answer right now if you're Washington.
Yeah, you got to get on the board, and you got to get on the board now, and let them know you're here.
You have one-on-one folks here at the bottom of the screen. He rolled away from it. Nice out route.
Yeah, you got to go out of bounds. That's number 21, I think it's going to be Jamar Wolford. It's hard to see. It really is hard to see these numbers.
It is. A good way to get off this drive on first down. They did get a first down the last series. They had the football and then just kind of sputtered.
Second and 4 for the Jaguars. He goes up under center. And here comes the option, and Laurel is all over it. In on the tackle. Number 72. Oh, he must have kept it, pulled it out.
Well, that defensive front never moved. And there was just nowhere to go.
Zone defense on the line.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
pretty much. And then it just never moved, so they just reacted really well to what was there. Like, there was no one really to even pitch off of.
Pickup of 2 on the play, though. It's going to bring up a second or third and a long 2 for the Jaguars. They've got 1 first down already in this game.
Yeah.
Takes a snap, hands off, a hit right at the line. Big number 53, Risper was part of that.
Yeah, he had a really nice good hit there.
That was number 23, Low. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th and 2 for the Bulldogs, or for the Jaguars.
They haven't been able to get Nutter the ball.
4th and 2. It looks like Jaguars going to go for it. Like you said, they got to answer. So
yeah, that may have.
They're at midfield. They're going to take the chance.
This is gutsy though.
All kinds of players over to the right-hand side, Sean. Split here to this side, one back in the backfield, and they're going to try a quarterback sneak, and he is going to get it, it looks like. Depends on the spot.
Yep.
And
if he gets a right foot.
If the referee on my side, he's got it.
If he gets a right foot spot there at the top, I think he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. Yeah,
Jaguars.
he got it.
Your quarterback.
I thought that was going to be one where they brought out the card and started measuring. Is it touching? That was great effort because there wasn't any running room whatsoever.
Now, 1st and 10 for the Jaguars at their own 45-yard line.
Ballard showing a lot of toughness so far.
He is, and now he's in a pistol with a whole lot of guys and a whole lot of places.
I know.
And he's going to roll out to the left, looks for a man.
Got hit as he threw.
He throws in and off the fingertips of number 1, Keontae Nutter.
Yeah, they tried to get him the ball. Nutter was open. If he could step into the throw.
And I noticed on that number 9, Jameer Townsend, he pulled up like, is he going to catch this ball? He's got to play through it. He catches that ball and makes that turn.
If he can get those shoulders square, he's got an easy touchdown.
That's right. 2nd and 10 at the 45.
Yeah, Ballard's got to, step into the throw. Unfortunately, the rush was in his face. And that's seems to be what's happening all night.
2nd and 10 for the Jaguars in this wild A11 formation offense.
Folks, it is wild.
Here comes deep motion, handoff to the fullback.
Oh.
Lone back. That's number 27, Maurice Burgess, and he has nowhere to go on that. And it looks like
Eric
Sean,
Pilot, too, was in there, 85.
Like, Coach Dennis has just decided to just
bring the house.
Bend the block and stand your ground and stop at the line of scrimmage.
Exactly. No need to go flying up the field. They are showing some misdirection. No need to go flying up the field and getting after it.
3:54, and Laurel's starting to show a 3 defensive man front here, Sean. 3rd and 10, 3:41 and counting here in the first quarter. Laurel leads 14-0. Jaguars moving the ball out to close to midfield. Takes a snap, looks for a man underneath, has a man open. Looks like he might have a first down. We might get a late hit on that. No.
Nope.
Must have been on the line, but it's going to be a first down for the Jaguars. That was number 1 on the catch, Nutter. So, they're showing they can move this ball a little bit, Sean.
Yeah. I don't know how.
I know. They're doing it, though. I guess 4 days a week of working on it.
I guess. Well, rolling the pocket's helping it, obviously.
Right.
They didn't roll the pocket that first series and got teed off on.
That's their at the Laurel 44-yard line. The Washington Jaguars 1st and 10.
I just see 3 linemen and
it's
messing my eyes up.
Yep, trips to the right.
But is it?
Yeah. No, 'cause this guy's going to come out and block.
That's going to be a false start.
Yeah, 52. He's trying to get set.
That's going to be a false start.
Sean, first time I've ever seen this. I think I'm starting to get it. That
Like,
split, what looks like trips is it's just a stretched out, spread out tackle who's going to come back and try to make a block.
Obviously, the philosophy of spread them out.
Yeah, to try to make some holes with your formation. That's going to be a false start. That's going to bring up a 1st and 15 at the Laurel 49-yard line.
And when you're not big,
right?
Because Washington's not overly big, at least it gives you an opportunity to have some of your athletes play in space a little bit. So you can stalk block versus drive block.
When I talked to Coach Greg Lozinski, he said his coaching staff and him had a lot to learn about this also. So here we go. 1st and 15, and one guy in the backfield. The referees have to be confused with who's eligible, who's not. It's just going to be a little flare. That's a backwards pass. Lateral.
Well, and
to number 1, Nutter. And that's
Nutter did a good job of falling on the football. Unfortunately, now it's 3rd and a cornfield.
Yeah, 3rd and about, call it 22. And now back on their side of the field, their own 44-yard line. Started at the Laurel 44.
They're showing 2nd down, though. You had one play, then that play.
We had this last week.
That should be third down.
Oh, we had a penalty. We had the procedure penalty.
Oh.
They ran the play, but there's a procedure penalty on it.
Gotcha.
So here we go. 2nd and 22 for the Jaguars.
Our cameraman Trey Mitchell on that one.
Yeah, he's right on it.
Great job, Trey.
There
Oh,
goes
no,
the blitz.
65 unblocked.
And caught by Nutter. Nutter turns, and he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe another yard. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Jaguars. So
J-Ron Thompson.
came through untouched.
Oh, unblocked.
Third and 9 coming up for the Jaguars. I would say, Sean, they're probably 4-down territory the rest of this drive right here.
Well, they went for it on 4th down once
That's
already,
right.
and they were on their side of the field. Oh, Lord.
Oh, Ballard hit, wrapped up.
Eric Pilot
Number
again.
85 was in
Yeah,
on
Eric
that.
Pilot.
Eric Pilot. That's going to bring up a 4th and looks like about 16.
He ran himself right into Eric Pilot.
Minute 18 to go here in the first quarter. Not a lot of big games on the schedule tonight, Sean. Not a lot of big marquee games. It's like they'll probably have trouble
But
getting.
I'm digging that Milford game. Milford Poly.
Yeah, Milford Poly will be a big one. On the punt, and the long floater, and hit right away. Ball's on the ground, but it looks like Laurel's got it back. That was number 20 on the hit, Deshaun Willie. Folks, we got a couple scores to update you here with the Barkley Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard. St. Mark's leads Indian River up in Pike Creek 23-0 in first quarter. And also first quarter action, Cape Henlopen leads Northeast out of Maryland 21-0. We'll be catching. We're a little bit of a late start, so I thought we'd be getting a few more scores in than that, Sean. But like I said, not a lot of big marquee games, so not a lot of people in Twitterverse tonight
Nope.
putting the scores out there for us. 1st and 10, 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter for the Bulldogs. And it's going to be the fullback up the middle. That's number 27, Ramir DeShields. He's got the first down. And he's going to bring it out close to midfield to about the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Shields with another big run. He had one in the last drive, too, that we almost thought he was going to score. Washington has to come off blocks right now defensively. It's like Velcro right now with the Laurel linemen.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 47-yard line. And Purdue, he hands off to Townsend. Townsend's got some running room. Cuts back to the left. Big hit. And then a host of, that was 5.
Eric Ballard, the quarterback.
Big hit.
Got to wrap him up, though.
That's right, but did enough to get the
Yeah.
cavalry there.
Yep.
First down, though, for the Bulldogs. Inside the 40 at
You
the
love it when
38-yard
your
line of
quarterback's bringing the wood.
Right.
You love it.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter, folks. Your score, the Laurel Bulldogs 14, the Washington Jaguars 0. We'll be right back with the second quarter.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image.
Camera of Sodel Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company and a food truck right here on the Culinary Coast in southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue in downtown Rehoboth, serving homemade pasta. Papa Grande's in downtown Rehoboth. Our treetop deck has the best happy hour around at Matt's Fish Camp, located on Route 1 in North Bethany Beach, your classic seafood shack. At Sodel, we believe in beautiful, simple food and making the world a better place. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott.
Welcome back, folks, to Laurel High School. The score, Laurel 14, Washington Jaguars 0. Laurel has the ball 1st and 10 at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
You got to come up with a stop here, Benny. You have to.
Yeah, well, especially when they didn't get that score when they got the ball down there. It's number 27 against Shields, and some big hits coming from Washington.
Right, DeShields was twisting and turning, and you got to be careful there to protect the football.
They put one on the turf there earlier, but they were able to recover their own fumble. That's going to be a first down for DeShields and the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line of Washington. Second quarter action here.
Relatively clean game in the first quarter. I think only one penalty, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, came in untouched. That's number 6. Kevon Williams, and that's a touchdown, 28 yards. So the Bulldogs strike again.
Laurel getting lucky there with a blocking mishap. This Laurel team, Benny, 5 different players going into this game tonight had scored touchdowns. That's
on the kick, 17, Jacob Sprague.
That's balance.
And good hold, good snap, good hold. It's up. It's true. And that's your score, 21-0, Laurel Bulldogs. And, folks, we'll be right back.
I'm at Northeast Seafood Kitchen in Ocean View, Delaware, and Chef Alex is going to cook up his apple crisp. It's going to be awesome. Come check it out. Northeast Seafood Kitchen in Ocean View, Delaware, open 7 days a week. Chef Alex has got you covered. See you soon.
Laurel, folks. Benny Mitchell here with Sean Brennan. 302 Sports, Henlopen Conference Friday night game of the week. We have another scoring update, and I'm not sure what to think of this game. I picked William Penn to win, but in the Camden, the Colonials, William Penn Colonials 7, Caesar Rodney Riders 7.
Those Riders are tough this year, and they are home, and the Colonials still trying to figure out who they are, starting out the season 0-2. Deep kick.
He's going to bounce over the head. He's going to take it about the 3-yard line and looking for a wall. It's just not there. It's all there's a bunch of Bulldogs.
Yep.
And he's going to be taken down about the, looks like the 1 or the 2-yard line.
And it looked like they opened the door to the kennel, boy, and all the dogs were down there.
All the dogs got out. But, yeah, week 3, Sean, there's a lot of people trying to find out who they are.
Sure.
I think, it's like one of those identity weeks, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, well, I mean, this point in the season, you need to start finding out who you are. You're going to start hitting conference play, and, we know how important the conference play is with the automatic seeds to the tournament, and the rivalry games will be starting soon. You need to find out now who you are.
So it looks like they got the ball at about the 2-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. I don't think this is a position Coach Lisinski wants to be in with this offense. It's really not a get under center and push the ball out a few yards offense. So here we go. Under center is the quarterback, and he's going to look for some room on the right side. Spins, but big hit by number 8, Mike Handy.
He's close to that end zone, too.
Yes, he is. I got to give him forward progress, and which is nothing. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Maybe an inch. Maybe a half a foot. Maybe a yard. Love it when that down marker won't stand still. Huh?
Right. He just moved again, too.
Right. We're going to call this a 2nd and 9.
It started out 2nd and 10.
Darn down markers.
Oh, Lord.
2nd and 9 at the 3-yard line, at their own 3-yard line. So the Jaguars backed up to their own end zone. And they're going to go back to that shotgun and guys all over the field.
Oh, no.
Laurel's not spreading out to that tackle.
No. Not respecting him at all. He's open on a post.
Yeah, he just leads his guy, number 21, Wolford.
Oh, Lord.
Brings up a 3rd and 9.
Nutter was wide open.
He was, and he's looking over to the coach. Not looking at him, he's looking over to the coach. I'm there.
Bryson Sanders gave him up. Gave him up to no one in the middle of the field.
3rd and 9 for the Jaguars. And, you know, some they don't get the ball out a little bit. They're not going to have a whole lot of room to punt.
No, and they brought pressure the last time on the punt, or the one time that they did punt, and almost blocked it. We had commented during the commercial.
Little snap wide to the right. He's got a man open. That's Nutter.
Yeah, on the post.
And I don't think anybody's catching this kid, Sean.
Nope, he's gone.
Keontae Nutter, and they just stopped running. He's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown.
Broom had him one-on-one, gave him up to the inside. I guess he thought he had safety help over the top, but there was none. That was a nice little play because he was open the play before on that, and they just flipped it.
Well, yeah, he went
run
back
it again.
Coach, run this again.
Yeah, run it again. They can't cover me, Coach.
Touchdown, Washington Jaguars.
Boy, you needed to answer there.
Yeah, they did.
You know, there's still a lot of football left.
You know, we started seeing.
Look, we're seeing.
Last touchdown. Yeah,
we're seeing the water bucket, the old water bucket. We used to run that at Penn when I coached.
There we go. On the kick. I can't get a number off this.
There it is. Oh, no.
Tipped. That was number 7, and I don't have a 7. I'm sorry, that was number 3. Bryson Sanders breaking up that play. So, folks, your score at the end, with 10-11 to go here in the second quarter, Laurel 21, Washington 6. We'll be right back. Laurel, Delaware, folks, for the Henlopen Conference Friday night game of the week. Your score, second quarter action with 10 minutes to go. The Laurel Bulldogs 21, the Washington Jaguars 6. Laurel comes in this game with a 1-1 record, and Washington comes in with a 1-2 record as the Bayside, where Maryland starts a week ahead of Delaware. That Cape and Lopin game, folks, that's 21-0 at the half. We'll come up with what scores we have here in a few minutes with the Barclays out-of-town scoreboard. That's taken by number 28, Devontae Clanton.
Another one of those zone kicks. A little squib down the middle.
Devontae Clanton. Wasn't there a Devontae Clanton at Sussex Central last year? Or was that a different Clanton? Let's check it out.
You're the one that knows all the kids.
Gonna have to check that out.
Did he wrestle?
No, actually no.
Because you know all the wrestlers, too.
That's it. Yeah. 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. By the way, the Shields do wrestle for the Bulldogs. So just thought since you were asking.
Yeah, you know.
1st and 10 for Laurel. They lead 21-6.
You usually hit us up with that in the first quarter. You're a little late this week.
I was getting the scoreboard operational.
I got you. Fullback.
That is number 8, Mike Handy on the carry. Mike Handy, the last time we were down here, Sean, on a Friday night, he was our player of the night.
Yeah, had a big game. And I think he's their big go-to guy. Like I said, 162 yards rushing. He's averaging 4.4 yards a carry. The thing I love about Handy, though, he leads the team in tackles coming into today's game with 16, 12 assists. He is all over the field. Last week he had 5 tackles for loss, and he caused a fumble. Mike Handy, folks, getting it done on both sides of the ball.
2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs. And they're approaching midfield. Oh,
Fumbled
Purdue
snap.
drops the ball. He's wrapped up by a couple of Jaguars.
But for a sophomore, he showed a headiness there.
Yeah,
he didn't panic.
And got what he could. That was number 52, and I don't have a 52 on my roster. I wonder if this is a home jersey, away jersey deal.
Could be. Not many substitutions on the other side, though, is there?
I think I counted 18 walked on the field.
Mm-hmm.
3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs, so no gain on the play for Purdue. Full house backfield, a little T-buck formation. And that's going to be a Handy right side. Gets through the line. Oh, tripped up at about the 45-yard line.
That was Javen Smith, I think, number 3.
Number 65 tripped him up. And I don't have a 65 on the right.
I think it was 3, Smith. Sophomore. Safety.
At 65, I got back there, was laying
Oh,
on the
yeah,
ground.
he got there.
And we're going to have a timeout. Washington, we're going to take one with them, folks. We'll be right back with second quarter action.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodel Concepts.
And I'm Danae from Matt's Fish Camp.
Come check us out.
Matt's Fish Camp is the small local fish joint with 2 locations on Coastal Highway in North Bethany Beach and Lewis, where we serve up traditional coastal fare and a casual atmosphere with house specialties like colossal crab cakes, lobster rolls, and fried Ipswich clams, along with crowd pleasers like fish and chips, fried shrimp, and a daily selection of fresh caught fish. Matt's Fish Camp, serving up lunch and dinner 7 days a week, all year.
Locations in Bethany Beach and Lewis, Delaware. See you soon.
And we're back, folks. Some scores. The Barclay Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard. Last time we have St. Mark's 23, Indian River 0. And, Sean, I said in our picks, I thought this was a bad night for the Indians to be going into St. Mark's after the thrashing they took to Caravel last Friday night.
And taking the long bus ride to Newark, too.
Halftime score, Cape and Lopin over Northeast out of Anne Arundel County, 21-0. And the last score we have up in Camden, William Penn 7, Cesar Rodney 7. And back to action here, folks. We have a 1st and 10, a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They're in Washington territory looking to score again.
Tight slot left.
And that's number 6, Williams on the carry. And it looks like he's going to have enough for a first down. And right there, number 8, Mike Handy. That is where you get called with an 80 to run. They're allowing you to push them now.
Right, but you
I don't
can't
think they
pull
allow
them
you to pull
forward.
them. Right.
Right, you can't pull them forward. And I don't think there's any need right now. Laurel's controlling the line of scrimmage. Backs are getting to the second level before they're even touched at this particular point. You kind of feel bad for this young Washington team.
I'll tell you what I like about them, Sean, is
they're hitting.
They started to show a little bit of discouragement, and they came back, scored that touchdown, and they're back to hitting hard again. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Purdue drops the ball. It's on the ground, picks it up, rolls out to his left, and big hit. That's number 60, Tyreek Palmer, a junior. And
number 82, Keontae Jones, went for a big hit there, too. And he's got to be careful because, you don't want to cause your offense to be back 15 yards after you just gained 6 or 7 on first down.
That's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs. I think the Henlopen South is going to be a little interesting this year, Sean. A lot of parity. I think Woodbridge is the class of the South. Everybody else might bunch together. I understand Delmar now after week 2 has a few injuries, and that's going to be Purdue. He just has to toss it away to Townsend as he's getting wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Townsend juking and moving and jumping.
Crazy.
Wrapped up by number 5, Nutter. He's got a first down near about the 10-yard line. Let's call it the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
I think Nutter, he got in there so fast. That's the second time that he's done that. He could have taken the handoff away from the quarterback and ran the other way.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Milford and Polytech, 0-0. I called for a tight one there tonight. Here we go. Under center is Purdue. Takes a snap, and he's rolling behind Townsend. It's kind of like he was looking for somebody else there, Sean, but he's going to turn it up and get a touchdown. 11-yard run for Durham Purdue. Sean, did he look like a little confusion there?
Well, I think just the threat of throwing the football caused a lot of confusion on Washington. That's the second time tonight they've thrown or tried to throw the football anyway. Coming in, they only threw it once.
I was talking about Purdue. It looked like he was looking for somebody else to be there. He was running behind Townsend and kept looking back. So on the kick, the extra point is Sprague.
Everybody was confused.
Yeah,
Me, you, Laurel.
Well, it's this whole A11 crazy offense has got us. That's the extra point. It's good. That's going to be 28-6. Laurel, folks, we'll be back after this timeout. folks. 28-0.
No, it's not.
28-6. That's correct. 28-6.
Well, man, Nutter just caught a big post route.
Right, he did.
Big post route. I'd come right back to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice deep kick. And it's going to be called. Oh, he falls.
Oh, no. When it's bad?
Yeah, it's bad. It's going to be first and 10. It's better field position than they had to start the last one.
True. And they scored. So. And Nutter tried to get going that time and little wet.
Getting some big score updates here. We'll bring them to you in a second, folks. So it's going to be first and 10 at their own 15. And Nutter had some running room.
Yeah, he did.
On that. If he can just get under the ball. But feet come out from underneath them. Takes a snap, rolls out.
He's got him on a wheel route.
Yes, he does. And there he is.
Oh,
off the fingertips, number 21, Wolford. This many young freshmen, and they pick up some players, Sean.
Yeah.
This team could be something to deal with.
Yeah, it'd be pretty neat to watch, Pretty neat to watch. He had him on a wheel route.
Yes, he did.
Just threw it a little underthrown. That time they took Nutter away on the post, though. They had 2 on him that time.
I'll bring up a second and 10, folks. We'll get you some Barkley Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard scores. St. Mark's all over Indian River in the second quarter, 37-6. Polytech Milford 0-0. St. George's up on Appo 14-0. That's an upstate game. That's a little bit of a surprise. St. George is struggling this year. Let's get back to play here on a second and 10. Ballard takes the snap, has a man open, and that's Nutter again. That's a first down on a little slant. And
Laurel coming up saying that it was incomplete.
Yeah, but that's not what the official's saying.
I thought he caught it myself.
I did too. But it came out when he hit the ground.
This time they spread Nutter out a little bit wider, creating a one-on-one matchup.
Right.
Now the safety couldn't get over the top on that skinny post. Oh, he caught the ball. There's no doubt.
Sussex Central 14, Caravelle 0, second quarter. St. Elizabeth and Delmar 0-0.
Yeah, we did Central week 1. I really liked what they did up front. Because remember, Hodson was big and huge.
That's your Barkley Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard. Remember, we're a half hour behind most of the others, so they're going to get done ahead of us. Ballard takes a snap, rolls out, breaks a tackle.
He's got room.
He's going to tuck it and run. He's got some room.
He's got room.
Oh, big
hit.
And he's got
Nutter.
the first down.
Nutter with a big hit on the sideline.
Yes, he did. That was Nutter cutting back and taking out number 32, Anthony Smith.
That was a
Keep
Nutter
your
butter.
head on a swivel.
That was a Nutter
and
butter.
then number 2, Falk, with the big tackle. He picks up Ballard and puts him down on the line. That was, Sean, that was your classic peel back and take somebody's head off.
And it was clean.
Legal block.
Folks, that was clean. That was nice.
Yeah. Nutter came here to play some football tonight.
He did.
He's going to play all over the field.
He don't care if it's 28-6. He's playing ball.
5:49 to play.
And you have to respect that.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've been there where you're outmatched. And, you just want your kids to play hard. And these Washington kids
undermanned and outgunned, I think they call it.
Yeah, and these Washington kids are playing.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Nutter one-on-one at the top again. See, look, he's wide open. Get him the ball.
He's cut up a little. Not a design quarterback draw. Ballard picks up about, we'll call it 5 on the play. He's going to bring up a second and 5, 5:23 to play here in the half. I'm looking, now we're getting a little closer to him, Sean. He's slapped together young man playing quarterback.
Yeah.
There. He's got an athletic build.
That wasn't Nutter at the top. I apologize, folks. That was Javen Smith.
Whoever it was peeled back and had a beautiful.
Oh, no. Nutter had the hit. No, I'm saying on this last play. Smith is wide open. Laurel really struggling right now with one-on-one at the top. Here you're getting one-on-one at the bottom. They went one-on-one short side. 27 coming on a blitz here. You better watch.
A little design rollout. He's got a man open. That's Nutter. He's got the first down. Spins it back inside. Covers the ball. He's got a first down. Sean, he squares up quick after he catches that ball and that out.
He really does, and he has a whole nother gear, too, which we saw on that touchdown. Once he makes the catch, he's hitting a whole nother gear. The thing I like about him is he's catching the ball first and then he's running.
Right, absolutely.
I really like what they're doing. They've really made some good adjustments to the pressure that they were seeing early. And we talked about in the X's and O's segment that Laurel needed to bring pressure and disrupt the quarterback here in Eric Ballard. And they did it early, but Washington's made some good adjustments the last 2 series.
1st and 10 for the Jaguars. Ballard takes a snap. He has a man down the left sideline.
Oh, he stumbled.
Slipped.
He stumbled.
That was Nutter, I believe. Slipped, stumbled, and couldn't catch up to the ball. I tell you what, Sean, he still goes in stride. He's walking in the end zone with that one. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Jaguars. Washington Jaguars. I believe that's Princess Anne, the last town in Maryland before you hit that eastern shore. Like Somerset County, Somerset School District. 2nd and 10 at the Laurel 32-yard line for the Jaguars. We're going to have to talk to Superintendent Sean Larimore about this big corner here, Sean. It's taking about 5 to 6 yards away from me.
When we were down the other end, I dealt with the same thing.
Ballard dropping back.
He's got him. He's got him. Get him. Oh, son.
And he's going to be wrapped up by number 65, Jaron Thompson.
Laurel really susceptible to this post route.
Yes.
That time it was just all verticals, and then the inside receiver to the trip side just ran a post route. I don't know if the safety's getting caught looking in the backfield or just letting guys run by him, but the post has been there all night long for this Washington team.
It would be fun watching run this.
Smyrna,
yeah.
Absolutely.
I know Coach Judy's a 302 Sports fan, so he'll probably click on here later in the week.
Just to see some of this craziness.
What's this? 3rd and 14 for the Jaguars. Ballard rolls out to the right. He's
got him.
Oh, a little high. That's the number 13, Gavin Fontaine. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 14.
Gavin 5'7". He had some ups, though.
Yeah, the ball was probably thrown about 6'1". So
yeah.
I imagine a school this small, a lot of these guys are multi-sport athletes.
Sure.
And key word with that is athletes. And that's how they're able. That's how they're able just to get through a season with 20 guys.
Well,
you know.
Yeah.
They're athletes.
Yeah. I just like the creativity of what they're trying to do.
Coach Greg Lazinski, hats off to him. To go and find this, and study it, and bring it.
Big 4th down, folks. Big 4th down. Oh, they're going to get a false start. No, he got away with it.
The ball's up.
Post route.
And that's picked off by number 27, Ramir DeShields. And
He's got room.
Reverses field, cuts back to the inside, and
He's
still on
moving.
his feet. Down the sideline, one guy to beat, and that's the quarterback, and he's not going to get it, folks. Pick 6. 88-yard pick 6 for the Bulldogs. Wow, just when they have
something
things
positive.
Going. Yeah, something positive going.
Well, this Laurel defense coming in today, 9 turnovers they created.
Right.
There's number 10.
That's his 2nd touchdown of the night.
He leads the team in touchdowns this year.
2:46 to go in the half.
Seems to be a Washington player down, I think.
Oh, okay.
Benny?
Oh, yeah. All right, folks, we're going to go to a quick timeout. We have a Washington player down the field, and we'll be right back with the extra point.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodel Concepts. Today I'm at Northeast Seafood Kitchen in Ocean View, Delaware, and Chef Alex is going to cook up his apple crisp. It's going to be awesome. Come check it out. Northeast Seafood Kitchen in Ocean View, Delaware, open 7 days a week. Chef Alex has got you covered. See you soon.
And number 27, Maurice Burgess, able to walk off under his own power, which is always good news. And you kind of get those, Sean, on those pick sixes, people running all over the field.
Yep.
So on to kick number 17, Jacob Sprague. Snap, hold, good. So's the kick. 35-0 Bulldogs. We're going to stay right here with the action, folks. I'm sorry, 35-6, correction. 35-6.
If you're Washington here, you got to get something going, and
Watching game film coming up here in
well, first off, they're going to go, what kind of offense is this?
yeah, and can we do this?
And could we take some of the concepts they're doing and apply it to what we do? And I look for a lot of teams to do that. Definitely a Woodbridge with their play action pass.
Bulldogs kicking it off. Sprague kicks it down the left side, taking it about the 8-yard line. And looking for some running. He's got some running room.
Oh, death grip.
Yes, he
Death
did on that
grip.
jersey.
And if he doesn't, he's gone.
That was number 44 on the tackle. Number 3 on the carry, Smith. Number 44 on the tackle. And I do not have a 44 on the Laurel roster.
Must be a home and away.
I'm going to have to start emailing these
coaches and be
coaches
like, hey,
and,
look.
athletic directors. And
Yeah.
say, we want to give these kids credit.
Yeah.
They deserve it. Mom and Dad want to hear it.
Well, we just want to get it right for them.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. 2:38 to go. I would think they're going to be looking to maybe hit some of those post routes, those slants,
Yeah.
maybe somebody down the sideline here to close this gap a little bit.
Obviously, I'd be looking to try and get Nutter the football.
Sure.
Maybe split him out wide to the top of your screen, folks. Create a one-on-one matchup.
Folks, at halftime, we'll have a little bit of the Laurel High School marching band. And me and Sean will break down the first half.
So they have Nutter in the slot this time. The top of the screen. He runs your route. There you go.
Number 13, Gavin Fontaine. He's got a first down at the Laurel 45.
Running just a 10-yard
looking
dig
for an
route.
Official to give it to, and let's get it rolling. 2:31 to play here. They're in Laurel territory. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars.
Well, Washington's had a lot of success today throwing the football. And if you're Laurel, this is something you need. You need to practice this stuff.
Right. Here they come. The Jaguars come to the ball. And like we said all night, guys all over the field. Sean, they're using all 50 yards of that field.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Takes the snap, steps up, breaks the tackle, spins out, moves to the left. He's got some running room. He's got a first down. He's looking for a block, cuts it back inside.
Oh,
the ball
ball
comes loose. I think a Jaguar fell on it, and they did.
Yep.
Penalty free so far tonight, Sean. Not penalty free, but
Just
very few penalties.
Right?
Yeah, all I can recall.
I've got one down. That's it.
That's a first down for Eric Ballard, and he's showing what Coach Lazinski said. He is a true dual threat at quarterback.
Well, he had him, but he couldn't step into the throw when he wanted to. He tried. By then, the rush had gotten to him. With all the man coverage that you're seeing out there, he saw back of the jerseys. He was taking off. He had it. Make sure you protect the football, though.
1st and 10 at the Laurel 30, minute 39 and counting. Jaguars looking to punch one in before the end of the half. Nutter bobbles a high snap, and he overthrows number 21, Jameer Wolford. Sean, 2 guys in that same.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to run the 3-level outs where you get one at 5, one at 10, one at 15.
That looked more like
And what happened was the top receiver running the deeper route came back to the quarterback when he started rolling out. Yeah. So he saw Ballard rolling out, and
All
he
that went
came
on
back.
right here in this little
Yeah. Well,
5-yard block.
luckily, I had it for you.
Here we go, 2nd and 10 for the Jaguars. And Laurel, they're not, like you said, they're not honoring this spread as much as they did to start the game.
No.
And looks like an option pitch. And pull down from behind. Number 5 on the tackle, Connor Ellingsworth. Number 27 on the carry, Maurice Burgess. Third and 7 for the Jaguars. Under a minute to play, 50 and counting here. And they still do have 2 timeouts. Ballard takes the snap, looks left, comes back to his right, rolls a little bit. He's got a man
big hit
on the line, and he's got the catch, and out of bounds. Clock stops. Not much of a gain on the play, maybe a yard at most. That's going to bring up a 4th and 6.
And that catch was Jameer Wolford, a freshman.
Right.
And it looked like he got his back broke.
Yeah, I didn't even see who hit him because it was right in front of the whole Laurel bench. So, yeah, that head went back.
But what promise? I mean, you took a big hit on the sideline, got your feet down. He was a kid I talked about in the beginning. I just looking at it statistically, this kid's really come on for this team in the last 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
He had a big game in week 2.
Okay, you got Nutter here in a short slot in here, Sean, right off the guard. So a little change to the and we're going to have a timeout. Washington will stay right here. Looks like maybe they confuse themselves lining up.
Well, and it's an important drive. You know, you need to score a touchdown to feel good about yourself going into the locker room. You've had a lot of mismatches. On special teams, you gave up a touchdown. You've given up a touchdown on a pick 6. And Laurel's had like
pick
3.
6 that you're moving the ball well down the field.
Exactly, almost in the red zone. And then, Laurel offensively has just controlled the line of scrimmage, and backs are on the 2nd and 3rd levels before they're.
One update on our Barkley Out-of-Town scoreboard, folks. Milford has scored their lead Polytech 7-0.
That's what you get for picking against the Bucks.
Yeah. I was good with them the first 2 weeks, and got them with a win, got them with a loss. And
now they were 3 seconds away from the win last
week. Exactly. And we talked about that on Wednesday on the 302 Sports Weekly show. And, if Milford's going to be a contender, you can't lose games in the final 40 seconds, especially when you just took the lead. So
no, absolutely, but it's week 2.
Right.
So, again, you learn from those mistakes. The big thing is don't make them later in the season.
Yeah, later in the season. Here we go. 4th and 6 for the Jaguars. And steps up into his throw. And
just couldn't get him.
Just couldn't get him. That's going to bring up turnover on downs with 31 seconds to play in the half.
I don't know if he had the first down, even if he caught the football.
Nah, it was a quick out. I mean, looked like about a 5-yard out. He was going to. We've watched them all night turn and square their shoulders and take off. So Laurel football, 1st and 10. And it's going to be at their own. Let's call it the 27-yard line.
Benny, do you run a play here, or do you just kneel it and go in?
I think I maybe run something, either kneel it or run something just up the gut and let the clock run. They're going to take a knee here.
Victory formation.
Yeah, Coach Ennis has been here.
Yeah.
He was here a little bit last year.
Yeah. I've been there. That's why I would kneel on it as well.
And Purdue's going to take a knee. And that's going to let the clock wind down. I think they might have to take one more snap. We'll see. Now they will not take another snap. So we're going to have a halftime score of 35-6. Laurel over Washington. We're going to go cut to a commercial, come back with the Laurel High School Band, and then the Sodel Concepts halftime show with myself and Sean Brennan. And clock winds down, 4 seconds to go. And both teams are going to take it in. Interesting to see how Washington will come out in the third quarter, being such a small club. And we're going to find out here in a few minutes, folks. Folks, we'll be right back with the Sodel Concepts halftime show and the Laurel High School marching band.
Jen Myers from Plate Catering, the catering division of Sodel Concepts, where we're doing beautiful, simple foods for you. We can accommodate intimate affairs or larger parties anywhere from 1 to 800. We can go anywhere in a 50-mile radius of our location, be it on the beach, in your home, on a farm, at any venue, including the Indian River Life Saving Station, which you'll see later in our clip. You can choose from a pre-designed, chef-driven menu where we keep only the freshest and most local ingredients in mind, or we can customize a menu to your liking. Plate Catering. I hope you keep us in mind for your next event.
And folks, here's your Laurel High School marching band halftime show during the Sodel Concepts halftime show. And I'll have with me here in a few minutes head wrestling coach Jesse Glandon. And not only is he the head wrestling coach, and you'll see a picture of him here in a second, he is the commander of the Bark Squad.
That is correct, the Bark Squad. You heard that right.
So, folks, here he is. There he is, Jesse Glandon.
From the flea market, we've had teachers are donating art supplies so that we can obviously paint our faces and make the signs. It's really coming together, and it really just started like about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So it seems like every week something's kind of growing with it. And the idea is we want to at least attend one home game per week, whether it's field hockey, soccer, football, whatever it may be.
Now, let's talk a little wrestling here.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Laurel High School, Jesse, your third season as the Laurel head wrestling coach. You guys last year make the tournament. And we talked about this. You called me when you were thinking about this job.
That's right.
And
you were the first person I called.
And I said to you, I said, Jesse, don't eat the apple in one bite. I said, go out there, build a team, and maybe in year 2 get the state tournament, and you did it.
Yeah.
And you did it in year 2. You guys make the state duels, and not only do you make the state duels, you go off and you knock off Sanford, who
That's
had
right.
been in the finals just 2 years prior. We're in the semifinals the year before, and anything keeps you guys out is you bump into the state champs Milford in the semifinals.
Yes, we did. Yep, we did. And that Sanford match, that's one that I'll certainly never forget. That did a lot for our school, our community. That was a huge win for us. So just getting the kids there, letting them get into the environment, and actually walking away with a win. That's big for us going into this year. And like you said, we ran into the eventual champions.
Right.
So that we have nothing to be ashamed of. We're very proud of our efforts, and
It was like a last-minute thing. You applied the last day
yes, I did.
of the Sean Larimore, talked to him about you coming in, and he was really excited because he remembered you playing for him up at Cesar Rodney Middle School.
That's right, small world, right?
Right.
So, and not only that, I played for a gentleman named Todd Simpson and Sean Larimore, who now Todd Simpson's down here too. So yeah, it's all come back together again, and yeah, I had a couple of different options of places I could have probably went to, but there was believe it or not, only coming back to having 4 wrestlers, that actually appealed to me because I knew no matter what,
Could go the wrong direction.
it could go the wrong direction in one way or another, either win, lose, or draw. It was going to be my fault. So that's kind of the way I was looking at it.
Again, this year, Laurel, you're probably in that 1, 2, 3 spot in the Henlopen South, depending on what shows up at Indian River. They lost quite a bit. I think Milford's still.
Milford's
they're gonna be
tough.
to
They're
beat.
very tough.
And now we got St. George's leaving. You got Hodgson leaving this Division II. I say the state title in Division II comes to a subdivision team. Probably right now, if you had to ask me to put money on it, it'd be Milford. But I see Laurel as a potential team that, if the seeds fall right, could be in that final.
Yeah, you know what? I think that obviously, we're going to go one match at a time and say all the cliche things that you're supposed to say. But come on, man, I'm looking at that state dual meet tournament.
Right.
Yeah, so that's exactly it, man. We are. I tell the kids, you don't have to be the best team throughout the whole season. You need to be the best team one night.
Right.
And so that's what we're setting ourselves up. We just want to be the best team one night.
Right.
And
now, we did along with your Bark squad. And this is going to be an important lesson for one of your wrestlers, as we noticed tonight. Trey looked out the window, and the Bulldog is Isaiah Foscue. And the only reason Trey knows that is mascots are supposed to be a secret. And Isaiah's walking around with the Bulldog head under his arm.
Yeah. That's
one of your top guys coming back this year. And he's your top wrestler. He's a potential state place winner, maybe a high conference placer, maybe a conference champ. And he's out supporting the football team in the Bulldog mascot uniform, which I think is big time important to school spirit.
It is important to school spirit. I mean, that kid, he bleeds Bulldog red.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat wherever you like.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com.
Sodel Concepts is the premier restaurant group in Southern Delaware. We have 8 restaurants from Lewis all the way down to Fenwick. We have a catering company, a food truck, a soda company, a film company, and a management and a consulting company. We believe in beautiful, simple food. We like to develop the people we work with, and at the same time we have a little bit of a higher mission, and we're trying to make the world a better place. And we have a group of people that every day wake up and they get after it, and they're all focused on one thing, and they're trying to make a great company, and we're trying to make the Culinary Coast a national focus for the United States as a food destination. I think we've done a really good job of that in the past few years. The daily grind of the restaurant can be very difficult. You're dealing with alcohol, food, and people. Those are 3 highly volatile things. So sometimes it's better to have a little bit of a higher calling, a little bit of a higher purpose, that as a group we're trying to get together, stick together, and be about something. And for us, it kind of gets us through the hard seasons and the hard times that we can rely on each other. We have about 150 full-time year-round employees, and then every season we hire, I think this year we hired about 270 people. So we have 270 seasonal people spread out throughout the whole county. And for me, it's great. And some of these people started out as 15-year-old busboys working with us, and now they're lawyers and doctors and business executives throughout the world, and they still come back and they have a relationship with us. So it's been a really nice experience for us that we're so connected to the community, and we can develop people on so many different levels. We want to support the people that we work with. We want all of our employees to have what they need to grow and be professional. And we may open 10 more restaurants. We may open 100 more restaurants. But all we know at the end of the day is we want to stick together, and we have a great group of people, and I'm really proud of them. I'm proud of everybody. This is a really trying year, and it's a testament to the team that Matt put together that we flourished after a tragedy. And the stronger and better we can make Southern Delaware, the better our restaurant group's going to be.
And welcome back to Laurel High School, folks. A couple, some scoring updates here on our Barkley out-of-town scoreboard. We have St. Mark's up on Indian River, third quarter, 44-6. Sean, I said that's going up to Pike Creek after that loss. You know, St. Mark's could play angry.
Well, I don't think you can get any angrier at 44-6.
Cape and Lopin 21, Northeast out of Anne Arundel, Maryland 6.
Heard Northeast is really big though.
Right.
But Cape is bringing the wood.
William Penn 14, Cesar Rodney 7. That's third quarter action.
That's
Milford,
a shocker to me.
Yeah, Milford update, or we updated it in the first half. Milford 7, Polytech 0. I thought there'd be more points on the board in that game, though.
Milford's defense, Benny, you're underrating them. They're really good this year.
I thought there'd be real points for Milford in this game, too.
Poly much improved, though.
Yeah, absolutely. St. George's 14 over Apo 0. Sussex Central last we had. Sussex Central 14, Caravel 0. This is a big game for Sussex Central. They're heading into Smyrna in 2 weeks. They don't win the North, they're going to need the points. And I mean, this might only be a 4-point pickup in wins, but look, Caravel's going to win 7 games.
Right, so they'll get an extra bonus point out of that. But they cannot afford to lose to a Division II team.
Delmar woke up. They're up 21-0, 21-0 on St. Elizabeth in the third quarter. And the team I'm watching this year, this is the team that I'm saying
could be a sleeper.
A sleeper. The A. DuPont Tigers, they lead Lake Forest 28-14 third quarter.
Yeah.
So A. DuPont.
A lot of people up north was calling for AI to have a really good year this year, though.
This year. So
I'm really shocked at the William Penn CR score, though.
Yeah, that's the last update I got. It was 7-0 CR, then 7-7, and 14-7 William Penn.
And it's great for the Henlopen Conference to see CR back.
Yeah, sure.
You know, I mean, they've struggled the past few years, but Coach Candy's doing a really nice job.
I had heard William Penn was a team to watch, but 0-2 right now. 0-2 against quality opponents, don't get me wrong, playing Middletown last week. Folks, a couple of things we got coming up. We have, at the end of the game, we'll have the Louis Pizza player of the game. A couple of Bulldogs in the running for that right now.
Love me some Louis Pizza.
Love the Louis Pizza. I love the grinder. Had one last night.
Love the cheese fries. Always get the cheese fries at Louis.
Are good.
Yes.
So both teams out on the field warming up, folks. We're going to take a commercial timeout. We'll be back with the second half of Laurel versus Washington.
Was outstanding. The food was outstanding. Really loved Matt's Fish Camp. Went there this summer. One that I really love, my favorite, Papa Grande's down in Rehoboth.
Yeah, Mexican food.
Love the Papa Grande's, the nachos, quesadilla. My wife had. She just loved it.
Third quarter coming at you. Laurel kicking off. We're underway here in the third quarter. And that's going to go to Ballard at about the 10-yard line. And he's looking for some running to the right. Cuts back to the left, spins. And tackle Babo 44, and as we said, we do not have a name for number 44. So here come the Washington Jaguars, 1st and 10. And let's see where they're going to mark the ball at their own 20, right at the 30-yard line.
good starting field position coming out in the second half. Interested to see if they made some adjustments. I know they're getting really good matchups on the outside.
One of the things Coach Lazinski told me, even though they had this wild offense, they went to huddling up more this year to try to slow the game down a little bit and try to keep the ball a little longer. So here comes on the option.
Now that's
Ballard.
a pitch all the way.
Yeah, he doesn't get it. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well played by the Laurel defense.
Well, when the defensive pitch man, or the guy you're pitching off of, I should say, shows you his numbers, that's a pitch read for the quarterback. They had some running room if he could get it off, but he decided to keep it and square it up, and they moved it up to a yard.
2nd and 9, we'll call it. And the Bulldog again, head fell off, headless Bulldog. He was a state qualifier last year, Isaiah Foscue, at 120 pounds. They're going to have to buckle that headgear on.
Well, as humid
Maybe
it
he's
is,
waiting for Lee Corso to show up.
It's gotten a little humid out.
And there's another option pitch. This one he's
got some room.
He's got some running with the right side, and that's number 27, Burgess. He goes out of bounds. First down for the Jaguars at their own 45-yard line. So, Sean, we talked about how would Washington come out at the half. They've come out strong.
Well, the adjustment they've made is, hey, we're going to come back to some option. I think we only saw that once or twice in the first half, maybe once in each quarter. Coaches must have seen something from up top that, hey, we were able to create some matchups and get to the edge by running some option and forcing this Laurel Bulldog team not to pin their ears back and come get you. Now they got to play responsibility.
Right, 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. And a little bit of a pistol formation.
Option
And they're going to go
again.
option. There's the pitch.
There it is.
And this time, that's the number 20. And he's going to be close to the first down. Whaley. And looks like he's got the first down. So they come right out and get 2 first downs in this drive on 3 plays.
Option left, option right. Good tackle there by Eric Pilot again. We've called his name a few times on this defensive end.
Ball at the Laurel 34-yard line. 1st and 10. For the Bulldogs.
Pilot seems
Battling.
It's
we're back to action. A little
35-6.
camera freeze there, but we're back to action, folks. Deep motion with Nutter, hands it off to 20, Whaley, and he's going to pick up about 8 or 9. He's going to bring up a 2nd down for the Jaguars.
You know, if you're Laurel, you're sitting at 35-6. You can't sleep on this team.
Yeah.
And they've shown the ability to score quick, too.
Poly has gotten on the board, Sean, 7-7 between Milford and Polytech. And it looks like
that'll be a first down on option.
St. Mark's is stepping on the throttle, 51-6. Here's one. Here's a little bit of a surprising score. Irvington 8, Smyrna 0.
Wow.
Irvington has only allowed 1 touchdown this season. And we're going to have a timeout for Laurel. Another update score.
They've gotten tired of seeing that option.
Right. From your Barkley Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard, William Penn 19, Caesar Rodney 14.
That changed in a hurry.
Right. That's in the 4th quarter. 2 old Blue Hen Conference guys going at it as head coach Marvin Dooley out of William Penn. And Dan Candelora on an old Dickinson guy.
Yeah.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jaguars.
You know,
Estenenis.
that game there at William Penn CR, that's a big tradition game, too. That
Yeah, they used to
for
play
years.
for years, and they took some time off, and now they're back at it.
I think that's good, and I think it's good for William Penn.
Last time they played was in the state tournament in, say, 2010, 2011.
But that used to be
Reggie Carl. They lost, but Reggie Carl made his debut.
You know, when I was a young player at Slasianum and a young coach, that was a big rivalry game.
Coming
William
off the
Penn
field there,
CR.
Estenenis, head coach, defensive coordinator for Laurel. He came out of Woodbridge 2 years ago and was the defensive coordinator there. Ballard takes a snap, drops back, throwing down the middle. He's got a man open. It's Nutter. That's a touchdown.
You'd like to see that
30,
coming out of the
4-yard
half,
touchdown.
right on down the field.
From Ballard to Nutter.
That time they hit that post route again, Benny. They've really exposed Laurel. The Laurel safeties looking in the backfield.
35-12.
They were able to run the football that drive by running option. Created good balance for their offense. Good for the Jaguars. That's great.
And so that's a come out 2 minutes into the quarter. On the kick, number 97, or maybe it's 87. Cooper Hicks. He's up. He's going to be short. Hits the crossbar. And that's going to be a score of 35-6. And, folks, we'll be right back with more third quarter action between the Laurel Bulldogs and the Washington Jaguars. We're back, 302 Sports, folks, in Laurel, Delaware. Last time we were here, we saw a barn burner with the Laurel Bulldogs and the Woodbridge Blue Raiders. Woodbridge, who ended up going on to win the Division II state title, escaped out of this place on a Saturday afternoon.
That was awesome.
So here on the kicker of the squib kick, gets the bounce, picked up by number 20, Damian Barnett, and he's going to run to the near sideline where he said, that's number 28, Clanton. And it's going to be Laurel's ball, 1st and 10. And there's a flag on the play, so hold up, folks. Push in the back by the Bulldogs.
That's only our second penalty of the whole game.
I know. I hope it doesn't turn into a yellow
I
flag
hope
fest.
not. Yeah, I hope not either. You know, you were talking about the Woodbridge Laurel game from last year. Woodbridge won on a Hail Mary pass, right?
Yeah. Brewer with the big catch.
Kind of like my Gators last Saturday.
Right. Who'd they play?
The Volunteers of Tennessee. The streak is alive and well.
Don't worry, the Tomahawk's coming, Sean. The Tomahawk is coming.
Yeah. We're going to win this year.
Okay. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 29 or 8:28. We're going to get a whistle. Timeout. Laurel, that's their second timeout of this quarter. Early in the game.
You hate to burn. You understand burning.
10 guys on the field.
Well, you understand burning the timeout on defense. They were struggling with, picking up how to play the option. But you're just angry at this point,
right.
Trying to take a timeout with 9:55 left in the third.
35-12. It doesn't mean much tonight. It might mean a lot down the road when you're against Del Mar.
Most definitely.
In a tight game.
Or Woodbridge or Milford.
So let's talk about some of our sponsors here. First off, Louis Pizza. We'll be picking a player of the game at the end of the game tonight. Louis Pizza, player of the game. Greenblade Irrigation, Turf and Care. They handle our turf report. Let's get back to the action. We'll bring out some of our other sponsors here in a second. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 28. Purdue under center, and we're going to have an offsides on Short.
Looks like number 70.
Yeah, he kind of may have beat the whistle.
Kobe Fells, a junior. He's 6 foot 180. He's one of their bigger players.
We don't have a flag. I don't know what that whistle's for. I don't know what happened there, Sean. It's still 1st and 10. It's good to be. We run into this every once in a while.
A crazy weekend.
Yeah,
This
first
is it.
and 10. We're going to do it over again, folks. 35-12, Laurel Bulldogs lead. 9:54 to go here in the third quarter.
That was a do-over.
Obviously. And it looks like Washington looking to bring some pressure down. That's Handy going off the right side, cuts it back, and tackle finished up, cleaned up by number 20, Whaley. Some of our other sponsors, our pregame picks, our Purple Parrot pigskin picks. Purple Parrot, 154 Rehoboth Avenue. And as always, our players to watch, the Dream Scouting Network. Players to watch. And, of course,
they do a great job.
Yes, they do. We've been hitting on the Barkley Heating and Air
out-of-town scoreboard. And you've used them.
Yes, I have. I most certainly have. It's over in Pike Creek. Your final score, St. Mark's 51, Indian River 13.
Half 100. Yep. Big measurement here. He's short.
Yes, he is.
He is short. Laurel's had some big players tonight, Benny. It's going to be tough trying to just pick one.
You're absolutely right. And another update, Sean, this one will be of interest of you. Third quarter action on the Barkley Heating and Air out-of-town scoreboard. Polytech 13, Milford 7. Poly takes a lead here in the third quarter. That is going to be, I think that could end up being a back and forth, tied up all night long.
Yep.
2nd and 1 for the Bulldogs. Purdue under center. He's not going quarterback sneak. He's going to Handy off the right side on a little outside fullback run, and he's going to be taken down first down across midfield.
We used to call that slant when the fullback leads the kick out and you give it to the halfback. We used to call that slant play. That's been there for him all night.
You know who's and maybe why the fullback's touching the ball so much. Sean Larimore has moved in as offensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator left after the school year started. Took a job in another district, and Sean's filling in the superintendent of this district. He was an old number 44, all-state fullback.
And a good one.
And Purdue pulls away from pressure, and that's number 6 down the left side, Kevon Williams, and he's going to be taken down by number 23, Nathaniel Lowe. First down for the Dogs.
And this Bulldog backfield, they're young. Junior and Townsend.
Purdue's only a sophomore.
Yep.
You know, and Purdue, he's not throwing the ball a lot here, but he's getting a lot of experience running this offense, and you know, he gets a little older and more mature.
I mean, this is an offense where you want to run the football, shorten the game, and then use your play-action pass to catch people off guard who just want to sell out to stop the run.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 32-yard line, and that's a handoff to Handy. Handy trucks the defender, and he's got a first down inside the 20-yard line.
And Laurel tonight has already thrown the ball more than they have all year with 2.
Right.
With 2. Yeah, but this Washington team, they won their first Bayside game earlier this year, but they lost to Easton, who's always big and physical, and they lost to Decatur, who's also big and physical.
Purdue under center, showing blitz, hand off to Handy. Fakes to Handy and hands off to number 6, Kayvon Williams. And he's going to pick up maybe a yard or two. A yard, going to bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, Washington's starting to sell out up the middle here, Sean, and trying to make something happen to get that ball back.
Trying to create a turnover. Laurel has the momentum right now, slowing the game down. Defense trying to create a turnover, maybe a fumble, scoop and score, something to get that ball back to their offense, where I think they feel like they can score.
2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. Purdue handoff to Handy. Handy's got some running room, cuts back to the left, up the middle, and touchdown, Mike Handy.
And that, folks, is right there. They brought the house. They brought everybody. So once you break through that first line of defense, there's nothing behind it, and Handy just kind of coasted into the end zone.
Mike Handy, 7:28 to play here in the third quarter. Gets the touchdown for the Dogs. They're up 41. 12. $18-yard run for Handy. And kick is good. That's going to make it 42-12 for the Bulldogs. And, folks, we're going to take a commercial timeout, and we'll be right back with some more third quarter. Your score, Laurel 42, Washington 12.
Business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique image, you envision, we create. Unique image, open for business.
And welcome back as Laurel kicks up. Update in Lewis. Cape 21, Northeast 14, 5:02 to play in that game. And kicks.
Deep kick.
Kind of like a knuckleball.
Oh, no.
Oh, bounces over
He
his
touched
shoulder
it.
into the end zone.
He touched it.
That's going to be a safety. Or is it not? I think the referee's thinking about it. Safety.
It's a safety. Yeah, he touched the ball.
Right. Bounced over his shoulder, touched it with his hand.
Once he touches it, it's a live football, folks.
I almost felt like the referee was like, do I want to
Well, when the ball went in the end zone, well, the thing was when the ball went in the end zone, he didn't call it right away.
No, he didn't.
So you have to play the football until the whistle.
But I was talking about how the ref was walking over there like, do I really
He
want
felt
to call?
bad.
Yeah, I know he did.
Oh, no, I know he felt bad, but, you know, now they're going to discuss it.
I think number 20, Whaley, is saying he didn't touch it, but no instant replay in high school football.
It's a safety. Yeah, he touched the ball. You could clearly see it.
It took a funny hop, and it looked like he took another spin after it hit his maybe a hand or shoulder.
Yep. It looked like a shoulder pad.
Yeah, it'd be a free kick. 7:23 to play.
And see, that hurts because you just gave them 2 points and you're giving them the ball back.
Right, exactly.
So your offense has had one series so far, and the third quarter, is almost over. It's half over.
So we're basically 3 plays away from the
running clock.
Mm-hmm. And I don't, as small as Washington is, I don't think they've been in the running clock this year. I think they're maybe one game. Maybe one game, yeah.
2 games.
2 games.
Both to Easton and Decatur.
Right.
But they won their game 35.
They were winning the game, yeah.
Yeah, they won their game 35-31 in a barn burner.
So here comes Washington. They're going to free kick off the tee, and we have a whistle, and it's going to be an offsides. So 5 yards back, so they'll re-kick it from the 15.
They had promise coming out, and then unfortunately now it's a little death spiral going on for the Jaguars here.
Yeah, I have to say, 44-12. He must have been really, really downfield to throw that flag.
We've seen crazy calls,
Yes,
Benny.
we have.
Crazy calls.
Watching a youth game one time where it was like a 50-something nothing game, and the team that's down nothing is going on like a 70-yard run down the sideline. One referee throws a flag, and the guy behind him picked it up. We're not calling that. Here we go. Short kick right about the 40. That's the number 9, Townsend. And he steps back away from the tackle. He's reversed his field, cuts back up the middle.
He's got a chance.
Let's get the number on that tackle. That was number 13. Gavin Fontaine, touchdown saving tackle right there as he gets low and trips up the ankle. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
That's the second time we've called Fontaine on a touchdown saving tackle. 5'7" freshman.
Yeah, he's not a big guy. He's not going to step up there in Townsend's grill.
He caught a ball today, too. Yeah.
But he's going to get down low and make sure you don't get any further.
Yeah.
So at the Washington 27,
Townsend
it's 1st
kicks,
and 10 for the Bulldogs.
If he kicks through that, boy, he had a touchdown.
Congrats, Coach J.D. Mall. First win of the season, 1-2 with the 14-0 win over Appoquinimink. And that's a handoff to number 32, Anthony Smith. He's a freshman. He's a big freshman, Sean, but he's going to get wrapped up by number 20, Deshaun Whaley.
Yeah, Coach Ennis now has inserted some of the younger kids now. Playing quarterback Connor Ellingsworth, freshman. He's 5'7". So we're seeing a host of guys running on and off the field at this particular point.
Second and 13.
And a class move.
Yes.
Class move.
Under center now is number 5, Connor Ellingsworth, 5'7", no weight on him. I mean, he has weight, it's just not on the list. And we have a whistle.
Oh, we're going to get offsides on the defense. That's a offsides on the defense.
In a 44-12 game. Second and
can't line up in a neutral
8.
zone.
Second and 8 for the Bulldogs.
We had a clean first half.
Yeah, we did.
This is our third one, right? Third, I think, of the
third quarter. We're only at
6
the
minutes left.
Mark. Halfway through the third. Ball's on the ground.
Fumble.
And it looks like Laurel got it back, number 32, Anthony Smith. Little exchange on the fumble.
I don't think he was thinking was getting the ball.
It didn't seem like it because he looked down and saw it there and picked it up.
No, Ellingsworth put it right in his chest.
Right.
He had no
then
idea.
Then he looked down and saw it laying on the ground.
Yeah. He had no idea he was getting the ball.
3rd and 10, loss of a yard on the play. 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Again, class move by this Laurel Bulldog team.
Absolutely.
This will be a keeper.
Yes, it is. Tucks it back inside. He's going to pick up about 4 or 5 on the play. He's going to bring up a 4th down and 5. So the Vikings score again, folks, late in the game. Cape and Lupin leads Northeast 28-14. Cape looking to get back on track.
Who'd you pick?
I actually picked Northeast.
You just give everybody the kiss of death.
I do. I'm 38-8 this year. I'm not doing bad. Some guys don't.
Those 8 teams are saying you're bad.
Yeah, I tell you. Well, actually, it's 4 teams. Oh, wrapped up on the blitz. 20 Whaley gets through. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
There's the difference between your varsity line, who's been able to pick up that blitz pretty much all night, and your JV line, who had no idea what to do with it.
Sean, here's a little bit of a shocker for me. End of 3. Dover 28, Concord 27.
Wow. That's a shocker for me as well.
So the Senators looking to get in the win column this year.
The Vikings scored on a 60-yard touchdown run by Ashby.
Ben Ashby, the halfback.
Mm-hmm.
They have Smyrna next week, and we're going to be there.
That's going to be an awesome game.
And 10 at the 30. Correction, 25. And looks like a little screenplay, and he's got it, but wrapped up and hit by number 27, Ramir DeShields.
He sniffed it right away.
Yeah, we've been calling that name a lot tonight. He's had a heck of a game.
Yep.
Gain of about, let's call it 3 on the play, 2nd and 7.
DeShields has 2 touchdowns tonight, right?
Yeah, 1 on offense, 1 on defense.
Yep.
Four minutes to play here in the third quarter. 44-12, Laurel leads. Washington looking to score again. And here comes that deep motion, which usually followed by, that's going to be a fullback dive. And he's going to pick up about 4 on the play. He's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 2.
How about option this way?
Right, well, I thought that was going to be an option there when they went that deep motion. Gives it that wishbone look.
But I think Laurel did too. They were running to the pitch,
right,
which opened up the fullback dive for them.
Right, 3rd and let's call that a long one. About 1 or 2
1.5.
yards, yeah.
I'd be
this
thinking
used to be
option.
a big game in the 80s, Sean. Laurel and Washington.
Yeah.
And now they're tightening up the line here a little bit.
toss, maybe.
Quarterback under center.
Sneak.
It's going to be a sneak. And he's going to be close. I think he's got it. And a flag. I think it's going to be a face mask. I believe that's going to be a face mask. Yep, face mask.
Which will help that Washington
Plus 15,
offense.
first and 10, and then the bonus yards, we'll call it.
Yep.
So something Washington really hasn't done. They haven't driven the ball. They've scored a couple times. They've threatened a few times with
Well, their one drive, they had a pick.
Right.
Pick 6.
Right.
And another drive failed to convert.
You eat up all that clock to get down near the end zone, and then they just run it back the other way on one swoop
One play.
So they get across midfield. It's going to be at the Laurel 48, first and 10 for Washington.
They had one other drive where they didn't convert on 4th down, and other than that, they've scored on big plays. 2 big post routes for touchdowns.
It's a final in Camden. William Penn gets their first win. Sees riding their first loss. The Colonials 19-14 over the Riders. Howard bouncing back. They're up 42-0 over McKean. And there's that little, that's a backwards pass.
Fumble.
And that's a fumble.
That'll be Laurel ball.
Yep. Laurel football now at the Washington 47-yard line.
We talked about winning the turnover battle Laurel had to do in the X's and O's segment, and they've done that tonight. A fumble recovery, a pick 6.
A team we watched in week 1, Hodgson losing to Sussex Central. They beat Newark 14-0. And DMA, the big field goal win over Laurel last week. Milford last week. They're all over Red Lion 42-7, and that's a final. Your Barkley Heating and Air out of town scoreboard.
DMA, really good team this year.
Yes, they did. There's going to be a force in Division 2. Woodbridge and Wilmington Friends may have somebody to look out for there. Here we go, first and 10 for the Bulldogs. And that's going to be a handoff to number 36, Jamil Broom, and just nowhere to go.
Good aggressive tackle by number 60, Tyree Palmer. He's a junior, one of the older kids playing today. Nice sized kid, too. Good size to him.
Loss of 3 on the play, moves the ball back to midfield. 2nd and 13.
Did a good job of coming off the block, making that tackle. Now here's a team you're down 44-12.
You're still playing hard.
And if you didn't look at the scoreboard, you'd never know, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, blitz! He's got him. Oh!
Just in the backfield trying to figure out who had the ball, because he was like the first guy there.
Yeah.
And the quarterback, number 5, Ellingsworth, he picks up about 5 on the play. He's going to bring up a 3rd and 8.
And there was Nutter again.
Who was it? Was
Nutter.
Green said he just went in the backfield, grabbed the ball, and threw him out till he found the guy with the ball?
Yep. Threw him around and found it.
3rd and 8.
He did try to tackle 2 guys there that time, though.
Yeah, if he'd stayed on quarterback.
I think he could have actually reached in.
And taken a handoff.
Yeah.
3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs. They're at the Washington 45-yard line.
Oh, he's offside. Nutter coming again on a blitz on the interior.
I tell you what, Nutter, he steps up there, gets skinny, and next thing you know, he's all over the quarterback like a cheap suit.
We talk about him going in and taking the handoff. I've seen that once. It hurts to say, but it happened to me when I was coaching at Penn.
I've seen it happen with pitches and tosses.
No, this kid took the handoff.
Really did take the handoff.
We were trying to run belly, and the defensive tackle came in. We were playing up in New York, North Bergen, New Jersey, actually. So we were right there by the New York
3rd and 3
line. And he took the handoff and went 80 yards.
He's in the backfield again, but they go off the other side. And
he's got room.
He's going to have the room. He's got the first down. That's number 36.
He fumbled. He fumbled. I think that ball might have been out. And now we have a flag. I think that ball might have been out, but looks like they're calling him down, Benny.
I guess, and a flag. Down or out of bounds.
The whole defense pointing, wanting the ball.
And now he can't find his flag. He's reaching in his pocket. Well, we'll let them sort this one out.
Well, while they're sorting it out, I got an update for you. The out-of-town scoreboard. Cape 28. 22.
Wow. Can't be much time left in that game.
1 minute and 30 seconds.
So I guess we got an onside kick in our future. So we have a block below the waist. And then an unsportsmanlike. There was a fumble on the play. Turnover on the fumble. Washington ball. 1st and 10. And let's see where the ball is going to end up because we're going to have some penalties to mark off here.
Yeah, it looked like that ball was out on the tackle.
It should be about the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for Washington at the 40. 22 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. So I guess that both those flags came from the same referee. He was digging around for his flags. Thank God there wasn't a third penalty, huh?
No.
Be at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for Washington.
I guess you throw the hat. What do you? I mean, I don't
water
know.
bottle. I don't know what you throw. 44-12.
I say
Throw
let
a lot less.
I say let it run.
Right. There come the Jaguars. Takes the snap. Got a man open down the middle. Just out of the reach of 13, Fontaine.
Number 9, Jameer Townsend got beat that time. He's one of their speedier guys. Just running verticals that time.
Right.
Straight verticals. Townsend allowed him to release to the inside, though. He needs to either stay on top of that route as much as he can.
2nd and 10 at their own 39. Coach Ennis starting to sub in some more. Get those starters off the field. If it's going to start getting chippy, let's get those guys out. And
Sure. Can't afford anyone to get hurt.
there's the option pitch. That's Whaley, and he's going to dive ahead, gain only a yard on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9, 3rd and 9. And that's the end of the quarter, folks. Your score after 3, the Laurel Bulldogs 44, the Washington Jaguars 12. We'll be right back with 4th quarter action.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodel Concepts. Today I'm at Northeast Seafood Kitchen in Ocean View, Delaware, and Chef Alex is going to cook up his apple crisp. It's going to be awesome. Come check it out. Northeast Seafood Kitchen in Ocean View, Delaware, open 7 days a week. Chef Alex has got you covered. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodel Concepts.
And I'm Danae from Matt's Fish Camp.
Come check us out.
Matt's Fish Camp is the small local fish joint with 2 locations on Coastal Highway in North Bethany Beach and Lewis, where we serve up traditional coastal fare and a casual atmosphere with house specialties like colossal crab cakes, lobster rolls, and fried Ipswich clams, along with crowd pleasers like fish and chips, fried shrimp, and a daily selection of fresh caught fish. Matt's Fish Camp, serving up lunch and dinner 7 days a week, all year.
Locations in Bethany Beach and Lewis, Delaware. See you soon.
Welcome back to Laurel, folks. Start of the 4th quarter. Laurel leads 44-12 over Washington out of the Bayside Conference from Princess Anne, Maryland. And it's going to be Washington 3rd and 9 at their own 20.
I just saw something pretty funny. Number 85 for Laurel, Eric Pilot. We've called his name a few times tonight. Yeah. He's actually lining up on the wrong side of the field. His whole team was like, come on, buddy. Come on, we're on this side now. We've switched ends. He didn't know what to do.
Right. And it's been having a game, too. So.
You got to love high school sports when you see things like that.
We're going to have a timeout off of the quarter change. I'm not sure. I think the Washington may have taken it. So while we have the timeout, Sean, let's talk a little bit about let's talk about tomorrow, the rematch of the Division II state championship. We had both those games this year, and the first time, Woodbridge from the 3rd quarter on had a pretty easy time of Wilmington Friends in the regular season game, but then had to fight back to win a state title 14-9 last year over Wilmington Friends.
Well, it just shows you the greatness of Coach Tattersall and the job that he does at Friends High School. Small school, just a legendary coach, and his staff has been together with him for a long time. They were able to make adjustments to what Woodbridge was doing. And what's even more impressive about that was that Woodbridge team really evolved into a scoring machine.
Right.
And what they did was they took away the big play that Woodbridge was doing. Really interested tomorrow to see.
Well, I'm not so sure with all that Woodbridge lost that they're not a better all-around team this year than they were last year when winning a state title. We'll
sure.
get back to that in second, third, and 9. Washington not spreading out as much now, Sean. They're starting to bring those tackles in a little bit. And Ballard's going to roll out. He's under pressure, wrapped up by number 36, Jamil Broom, and that's going to be a sack.
Yeah, rolling to your left is a little difficult throw, especially when you're trying to get it down the field. Because as you're going to your left, you got to try and get those shoulders square, or you throw across your body.
It slows you down.
Right. But Woodbridge this year, really interesting team. Jed Bell doing a really good job as defensive coordinator at Woodbridge. And
how about Coach Ed Manlove putting some air in the ball?
Yeah.
Last year they averaged 71 yards passing a game. This year 150 yards passing a game.
You know me, the old Gator loves to throw it around the yard a little bit. And seeing Coach Manlove do that is pretty interesting because he's a run first throw guy.
Absolutely. Well, he's a run first, run second, run third, then throw, right? Not this year.
But what makes him successful, Benny, is he does adapt to the talent that he has.
Well, you know, I had compared it as a long end-of-end punt, bounces, picked up by number 6, Kevon Williams, cuts it back to the middle of the field. Oh, nice tackle. Who is that? Number 10, Laquan Turner, Jr., 5'6", 132.
Did a great job of tackling him low. Wrapped both legs up. Awesome.
I compared not as in person for person, but the way they've come through the program. You know, Nolan Henderson grew up in the Mike Judy Smyrna program, learned that offense, and became a prolific passer. And you're seeing a lot of the same here at Woodbridge. You know, this kid comes in third game of the year because of an injury, and has been the starter ever since. Now a junior.
What's great about it is it's one of the smallest schools in the state of Delaware. Right. Just having a whole lot of success.
65 plus kids out.
You know, when Coach Manlove was here at Laurel, they had success. Right. You know, my hat's off to Coach Eddie Manlove. Mad respect for what he does.
Yeah, that's number 32 trying to reverse field, pulls Anthony Smith. And then next Friday night's Henley Open Conference game of the week, Sean. Cape and Lippen Vikings looks like if they can hold on here, they're now up 28-22 with a minute and a half to play. They could be very well going 2-1 into an 0-3 Smyrna. And, you know, an 0-3 Smyrna with their schedule this year is a tough ball club.
Well, we talked about it last week where, you know, you're 0-2 at the end of last week's game, and I told you then, and I still believe it now, their path to the tournament is winning the conference.
Sure.
And so them starting their conference play next week against Cape Henlopen, going to be a good test. But with Smyrna being home, I really like the Eagles in that game.
Number 5, Ellingsworth, wrapped up by number 3, Javon Smith. And it's going to be Armed Forces Night there next week, so honoring the
I'm all about the
military.
Armed Forces.
Yep. 3rd and 11 for the Bulldogs.
The Cape Henlopen score is a final
28-22. So the Vikings moved to 2-1, and we'll get to know a little bit more about them next week. It's kind of hard to tell where they're at. You know, Suitland not playing any common opponents.
Well, that first game too against Cape May, they're down this year.
They're down almost every year now. The last several years. Oh, wrapped up in the backfield, and that's going nowhere. That's going to bring up a 4th and 17.
There was a whole slew of Jaguars that time.
And we know who Smyrna played. They played Middletown, who they beat in the state finals last year, and that was a game.
Currently ranked number 1 in the state at this point, Middletown is.
Then they played Franklin, who was a special ball club, and they turned that into a game. It ended up being a two-score game. And then tonight we log in as Irvington, who's only allowed 1 touchdown all year. It's 8-0. So, and one of the things I noticed Mike Judy was doing last week, Sean, was even though the pass wasn't successful, he was sticking with it. Get ready for games down the road.
Trying to show some balance. High snap.
Pulls it down. He's going to run it. But he's got a man out there to bring him down. That's number 10, Turner. So that's going to be a turnover on downs. Washington ball, 1st and 10 at the Laurel 47-yard line.
Yeah, Coach Judy was working on some things, trying to get ready for his conference run, and understanding that he's going to have to be balanced because everybody's going to be geared up to stop Will Knight. So,
you know, Franklin, I can't say they stopped him. They bottled him, and he got the one big run. And they
Other
cost
than
him,
the big run, though, Benny, that's all. I mean,
but
they
that's
bottled him up.
Will Knight is big runs.
He's going to give you one.
Yeah, right. But Will Knight's big runs aren't tosses and sweeps and passes
downhill.
Yeah, and he usually breaks 2 or 3 tackles to get there.
Downhill.
But that was a special group of athletes that bottled him up.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know if Cape Henlopen can do it.
I don't know if maybe Sussex Central. We'll see. And there he's back to pass. He has a man complete. First down. That's number 23, Low on the reception. And now they're starting to go back to that slant, and that there's a deep slants now. Some post patterns.
Trying to get the ball out quick because Laurel's been bringing the pressure, and when they've tried to roll the pocket here in the second half, they've had a little bit of trouble.
1st and 10 at the Laurel 33-yard line for the Jaguars. 8:15 to play here in the game.
Those quick slants, posts, they hit a dig route earlier. All those routes towards the sidelines, from the hash to the sidelines, have been open for them all night long.
And here comes that deep motion. And that's
fullback dive.
Fullback dive. And he's going to have some running room. He's going to pick up 5 or 6. That's number 20 on the carry, Whaley. And it's going to bring up a 2nd and 5. And we've seen flashes of this from Washington all night long. It's just not enough flashes of it.
Well, I mean, they've had to go the length of the field most
all
of the
game,
night.
Yeah. 2nd and 5 for the Jaguars. Not to say good things about a team that's getting beat up, but there's a nice pitch. It's Whaley. He's going off the left side. He's got a first down. But these guys are getting physically beat up mainly because they only have 20 guys here.
Sure.
But they have athletes, and they're showing us 4th quarter. They're just making athletic plays.
Right. And playing hard regardless of the score.
Right. You put another 20 guys on that sideline, he could have. I'd run this offense with another 20 guys.
Well, it's amazing. Like I don't see hands on the hips. I don't see heads hanging. We went to the Central Hodson game week 1. They had hands on the hips in the first series.
Right. And there's another dive. Number 20, Whaley. He picks up about 3, maybe 4 on the play.
Coaching these types of kids makes you proud.
Right.
It makes you proud.
And coming on the field right now, number 53, Andrew Risper, one of our Dream Scouting Network players to watch.
Getting back to Smyrna, Cape Henlopen, Cape better find a way to stop the earthquake formation.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That was really big for them against Franklin. And it was big for them in the state championship game as well. There's your option.
There's your option. And has some running room. He's going to be down inside the 10.
And he's inbounds.
Yeah, I'm not so sure, Sean. He just doesn't keep running. Run to the sideline.
Get to the pylon.
Yeah. It's going to be close to a first down. It looks, maybe not.
I think he's a little
3rd
short.
and 1, yeah.
So you were talking about the wall between the windows. I'm now experiencing that.
Yeah, yeah. A little further it goes.
Yeah.
That needs to be a pane of glass in there. But anyways.
So I'm going to watch it through Trey Mitchell's camera
angle.
Make it good, Trey.
3rd and 1.
Make it good.
Here comes that deep motion. That usually means dive. No, it's going to be an option. He's going to keep it. He's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute, he didn't have the ball. He pitched it. Oh, okay. Wow. Play by 23, Nathaniel Lowe. As Ballard was diving in the end zone.
He pitched it?
I don't know what they're calling. No, he didn't pitch it. I think he lost it. And 23, Lowe picked it up. Or he pitched it as he got hit. But it's a touchdown regardless. Sean, now I will go. I usually don't go home and watch games. I'm going home and watch that play. 44-18, and Ballard kind of limps back to the – kneels down. He's going to take the snap. And that kick is muffed. He can't get it down. That's going to be a horse collar tackle.
Oh, was that a – did they call the penalty?
They didn't call it. It must have only had the jersey. Maybe he didn't have the pads. So we're going to take a commercial break, folks. 5:16 left. Laurel 44, Washington 18. We'll be right back.
Camera of Sodel Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company and a food truck right here on the Culinary Coast in Southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue in downtown Rehoboth, serving homemade pasta. Papa Grande's in downtown Rehoboth. Our treetop deck has the best happy hour around. And Matt's Fish Camp, located on Route 1 in North Bethany Beach, your classic seafood shack. At Sodel, we believe in beautiful, simple food and making the world a better place. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer of Sodel Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company and a food truck right here on the Culinary Coast in Southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points. Lupo Italian.
Folks, we're back, and Washington on the kick. Couple updates here on the Barkley out-of-town scoreboard. Final in up in where is AI located? What's the name of that lovely town?
Greenville,
Greenville,
Delaware.
Right. Greenville, Delaware. Wow, he breaks steps out of that tackle, and they all fall on him. Wow. He was holding his shoulder. I think he may have got hurt holding on to that foot, and he's gonna pop
Everybody's
up.
up.
These guys are tough, Sean.
Everybody's up.
Man, they're like Iron Man football.
They are.
Anyways, back to the Barkley out-of-town scoreboard. It's a final in Greenville. Ada Pont 35, Lake Forest 14, and Polytech 16, Milford 7. Fourth quarter.
And a late flag.
So, for Cape next week, Sean, you're going to have to see a whole lot of Colby Wright.
Yep.
Mixed in with a whole lot of Ben Ashby. They haven't shown a lot of passing this year that I've seen. It's been a lot of running that wing tee. And that's going to be a penalty against
Washington.
Well,
I think
now, Sean, we're starting to see some hands on knees. So I think Washington's starting to get physically worn down right now.
Sure. They made it through almost the whole game.
Right. But, we saw Will Knight single-handedly almost keep themselves in the Middletown games. That's going to be a serious weapon next weekend.
Well, early
ground, picked up by 6.
An early Gators X's and O's for you. Cape's going to have to control the football by running the football.
Absolutely, yeah.
And letting the clock go.
Keep Smyrna's offense.
They're going to have to, but the big key for them is they're going to have to get off on first down. When Franklin had success, they were able to get off on first down and keep it at second and medium, second and short. When they struggled offensively in the first half, they weren't able to do that.
Right.
So I think if Cape Henlopen, with their wing T system, if they can get off on first down and keep it second and medium, they have an opportunity to drive the football. But, they do have some speed, too.
Sure.
They had a big run, 60-yarder tonight
Ashby
for a touchdown. So,
but that was a counter crisscross or like a little buck sweep. And that's number 6. Williams off up the middle, cuts out to the left side, and late flag again. Our man over here on the near sideline.
He might call the horse collar that time.
That's what he's calling a horse collar.
I thought he had jersey. But I guess when he flung him around the way he did.
Waving it off.
Yeah.
He did have the jersey.
Yeah, I thought he had jersey that time.
Yeah, just because it looks bad doesn't mean it's a penalty.
True.
The rule is inside the pads. And I think that's what number 20, Whaley, was trying to say. I didn't have his pads.
Right.
1st and 10 for Laurel. 3:57 to play. They lead 44-18. Hand off to Mike Whaley. He's got some running room off the left side.
Good cutback. He's in
got
for
a touchdown. 34-yard touchdown run for Handy.
Really loved how Handy got time when he cut it back, got those shoulders square.
Mike Handy, 2nd touchdown of the game.
So Handy with 2. Townsend with 2.
The Shields with 2, but on different sides of the ball. That's going to be interesting.
Right, Townsend had 2 tonight, correct?
Yeah, one on offense, one on defense.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure if Townsend had 2. I'll have to go back and look at my stats. That kick's blocked. And whistle dead. So
we got to start thinking of our player of the game.
3:44 to go. Score 50-18. Favor of the Bulldogs. And still, you don't teach math, do you? No.
No. Driver's ed.
No, that's 32. So we're still not there yet.
Driver's
There's a
ed.
math guy down there. Yeah. He didn't show those scores in college, I can tell you that, but he nailed that one right off the bat. Yeah, elementary math, he said. I think that may have been a dig at me. That's all right. I drove this week, buddy.
I'll take you home, Trey.
All right. So the Bulldogs going to kick off. They lead 50-18. I don't have Townsend for any touchdowns tonight. I have Whaley with a couple, number 2, Falk with 1.
Whaley had 2? Is that what you said?
No, not Whaley. Handy.
Handy
had 2. DeShields had 2. Nutter had 2 for Washington.
Oh, he's definitely their player of the game.
He's their player of the game. Oh, deep kick. And he's going to catch it on the run. That's number 3, Jevon Smith.
He's
got
had
some
a
running
nice,
down the left side. He's done a nice job on special teams.
He really has. And he's had some really good runs for them. Nutter's coming up slow.
Yeah, this is getting to a point where these guys, I would imagine Monday is always shorts and pads because these guys.
Ice bath.
Yeah, they get beat up. You know, you're on the field. Like Coach said, some guys get on the field and they do not come off the field.
Yep.
You know,
old school.
I mean, that takes a special kind of player to do that, and these guys have to do it 10 times a year.
Yep. It is definitely old school. But, you know, as you go on in your season, you get used to that.
Right.
So when they get into their Bayside, conference games and things, those kids will be pretty much used to playing both ways.
Yep. Here comes the Washington Jaguars, 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Still 3:34 to play.
Here comes a blitz. Screen.
There's a screen. And no blockers out there. And Whaley's going to go out of bounds, cross the 40 to about the 42-yard line.
Well, tough to pull, linemen out there when you don't have linemen out
and
there.
And they're all spread all over the field to begin with.
I know that sounds silly, folks, but
Guess we
for
call
real.
that like a naked screen or something. I'm not sure what we call it.
I mean, I started this whole game off with, and they got 3 down linemen, a center, and 2 guards.
Right. Sussex Central defeats Caraval 21-12. The Knights are Gold Knights are 3-0. And Dover, they win it 28-27 over a well-respected Concord team. The Senators get their first win of the year. They're 1-2.
Concord was looking to make a push in the Blue Hen Conference this year.
Their only loss coming to Slasianum. Now they got one at Dover. Deep pass down the left sideline, and he's got a man open, just overthrows him. That looks like number 3, Smith. Ballard and Nutter, man, they have some chemistry here, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen those catches that Nutter's made. I mean, they've been in stride. Those two have some chemistry. This kid learns, these other receivers learn how to get in that chemistry with this kid. I don't care if they have 20 players or not. They're going to be tough.
Well, and like we talked about, they were throwing the ball around the yard. The last couple games, they were averaging 106 yards in the air and showing a lot of balance.
3:16 to go. Third and 5 for the Jaguars. And here comes the option. That's going to be a pitch to Whaley. He's got some running room down the left side. He's got the first down. Takes it across midfield down to about the Laurel 45-yard line.
And that'll move the chains. But yeah, Ballard had 318 yards. And most of that came the last 2 weeks because the first week he only had 17 yards passing against a stingy Easton defense. They've really opened it up the last 2 weeks. This is exciting.
Apparently there's a delay in the Polytech game. Milford has a player down and taking all the precautions. Ambulance coming on the field. That's why we've not been getting any scores. So thoughts to that player. Not sure who it is. Oh, pass to 23. There's going to be a pass interference on that. Which way is it going to go?
I think that's going to be on Laurel because he pushed off the receiver to come back for the football.
Number 18, Robert Malone's like, that's the who me look. But I tell you what, he doesn't get his hands on him. That might be a touchdown. It's an offensive pass interference.
Oh, how was it offensive pass interference? He fell on his face.
I don't know. This guy on our side's having a good game.
Fell on his face.
We have a 1 penalty first half.
Well, you know.
My man here has tossed about, 6 or 7 here in the second half.
Yeah, that Milford player got hurt chasing after a loose ball off of a kickoff. We hope he's okay.
Absolutely do.
My daughter Darby trying to get me a name.
So 1st and 25 on the penalty.
1-on-1 matchup here at the bottom of the screen. That's who he
Under
was
pressure, and he's going to tuck it and run. And he's going to try to
Just
get out of bounds.
Oh, hops the bench. I really like this kid. He's an athlete.
4 on the play.
He's an athlete. Anytime you can run on the sideline, avoid players, hop the bench, and not run into the cheerleaders, you got a chance to win with that kid.
Get a drink off the table on the way.
Yeah, he could have. Maybe on the way back, get a little squirt.
That's it.
You know, but you can win with a kid like that.
Absolutely. 2nd and 21 for Washington. 2:25 to play here in the game. And not using so much of the field now, Sean, there. Early in the game, and this has been spread all over. Here comes the option. He's going to tuck it and run, turn it up. Then he pitches a little underhand pitch to 20 Whaley.
Wow.
And that's going to be a gain of about 6 on the play.
I'll tell you, Benny.
3rd and 15.
We've watched a lot of football. One of the things that I often talk about off the air with a lot of my buddies is teams trying to run option, and I see it on Saturdays.
Right.
When I used to coach, we ran a lot of option, and I used to talk to my kids about always keeping your pitch relationship.
Right.
And that's a prime example of why you keep that pitch relationship. Here you are 5 yards down the field. You're able to, as you're getting tackled, make a good pitch to your guy.
And what an athlete this kid is. He's got his pitch hand wrapped up. He tosses the underhand with the other hand.
Absolutely.
That's something you draw up on the sidelines in a backyard.
Draw it up in the dirt.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's under pressure. He's
had all day to throw.
This one. Has the man open. He's got it down inside the 40. That's not going to be enough for the first down.
He's close,
About a yard short.
He's close.
Yeah, that was number 13. That's our guy right there, Sean.
Yep.
Fontaine. That's his 3rd catch of the game. Not a whole lot to him, but this kid's another hard player.
No, and he can run. He's tough. He's got great hands.
Just a freshman.
He did a good job on that scramble to just run into the open area.
And then, Fontaine comes back, gets himself open, gets the ball, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 1.
Sneak? Nope.
Well, they don't usually go under center. They've been on center a couple times.
And they've run sneak, so.
Right.
Nope. They're going to let it go.
Oh,
no.
Pitch over his head. He needs a bounce, and he's not going to get it. Laurel recovers it. Laurel ball on the fumble. We'll get a number on that, number 35 on the recovery. Quadir Whitney. That's going to be Laurel ball with 37 seconds to go, and I imagine we're going to see a knee. So, Sean, it's time for the Louis Pizza player of the game. And I think a couple guys in there. We talked Handy. I think the guy is DeShields, number 27. Ramir DeShields, not only does he score on offense, but he runs that big pick 6 back tonight.
2 touchdowns, 1 on each side of the ball.
Yeah. And
Shields doing it for the ball.
And he ran hard
Bulldogs.
all night long out of the fullback position.
Yeah, almost ripped a couple, too. Victory formation here.
And he's going to take a knee. And the handshake start, and there he is on the bench, number 27.
Down there by the 40-yard line.
As the clock winds down, handshake. There he is, folks. There is our Louis Pizza player of the game, number 27, Ramir DeShields. By the way, Sean, he's a wrestler for the Bulldogs for Jesse Fanning. We talked to at halftime. He is our Louis Pizza 302 Sports player of the game. Final score, Laurel 50, Washington 18. Folks, we're going to take a commercial, and we're going to come right back with our post-game show. Before we go, final score in Woodside, Polytech 16, Milford 7. Folks, we will be right back with our post-game show.
I had to turn that.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodel Concepts.
And I'm Danae from Matt's Fish Camp.
Come check us out.
Matt's Fish Camp is the small local fish joint with 2 locations on Coastal Highway in North Bethany Beach and Lewis, where we serve up traditional coastal fare and a casual atmosphere with house specialties like colossal crab cakes, lobster rolls, and fried Ipswich clams, along with crowd pleasers like fish and chips, fried shrimp, and a daily selection of fresh caught fish. Matt's Fish Camp, serving up lunch and dinner 7 days a week, all year.
Locations in Bethany Beach and Lewis, Delaware. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodel Concepts.
And I'm Danae from Matt's Fish Camp.
Come check us out.
Matt's Fish Camp is the small...
Welcome back, folks, to our Sodel Concepts post-game show. Benny Mitchell with Sean Brennan. And Sean, Shields, number 27. You know, talk a bit about what you saw in that kid tonight.
Big playability. I talked about him early in the pregame. 9 carries, 52 yards coming into tonight. Really set the tone with a pick 6 that really helped blow the game open. Had a nice big long run for a touchdown as well. Explosive receiver, and if I'm somebody getting ready for this Laurel Bulldog team, you know, Handy's a handful, no pun intended, but DeShields can turn the course of a game in a hurry.